And
Like, ooh, ayy, finally got that deal, got a pen in my hand. Ooh, ayy, like how you tryna buy who the hell I am? You can keep your cash, I'm not that broke. I won't sign no contracts, I do me. Y'all are canceled, stealing people's dreams, how can you sleep? It's all rap hoes, throwing cash in Lambos. I'm independent till I'm dead, I quit the music industry.
it's my gecko.
Yeah, there you go.
It's my gecko friend. Dude, we haven't been on in a while. Like all these people are in there. Jeez.
Yep. No.
Let's see. We got Frank in the house.
Yep.
We got Texas Kid. That dude.
Greatest
awesome.
guy. I've been talking to him for a couple, but since
And the
then.
Stellar's in here. Adam's in here. Tanisha's in here.
Yeah.
Wow, we got tons of people in here already. Yeah.
Yes.
So, what's been going on with you? I haven't been on. I know that you've been under the weather.
I was pretty sick there for not as sick as my son was, but I got sick, COVID.
You got the COVID.
Yeah, I'm over it now though, but now I got an issue with my leg, but other than that, I'm doing good.
That's good. I've been working and working.
Well, I don't know. Every time you send me a picture, you got feet kicked up. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I know. No, like in one of my stores, one of the stores had a couch in the back, and that's where I'm at lately. And it's a very, very slow store. So if I'm not like sending texts to people or calling people, I literally just sit back there, and I'll just sit and chill. It's crazy.
Hello, Mr. Amigo. We're the three amigos, you, me, and Adam.
Yeah.
And then there's Nikki's in the house.
Nikki's in the house, huh? I thought I heard my name. Tanisha. Yeah, I said Tanisha's name. I've been watching
right.
Tanisha's TikTok lately.
Oh, yeah.
She's been answering some questions and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
If you, Tanisha, you're in Colorado. I know that because you said it. There's a place called Georgetown, Colorado. It is a beautiful city. It's about, I would say, 45 minutes west of Denver. I don't know what city you live in, but it's west of Denver. Just look it up, Georgetown, Colorado. Beautiful town. If it's not expensive to go to, it's like $70 a night for the hotel, and they got a pool. There's a train. It's awesome. Good place to vacation. She said she was talking about vacation stuff when I watched the other day.
Oh, that's cool. She's a good person. So
Tanisha rocks.
I don't know. What you think of that? You hatched out like 2 weeks to the day, the same exact looking two things I hatched out.
Yeah,
I mean, almost identical.
That's the dangerous stuff. I think yours was blood like clouded stuff too, right?
Yes, yeah. Do you think it's the clouded stuff doing that?
Yeah, no, that's what it is. That was a Gen 1 clouded female and a blood male. So it's crosses, and it just mixes up stuff.
The ones I had were generation 3rd gen.
Yeah, so that might darken up. I had someone at the reptile show show me some really dark animals from white. What I used to call white clouded, but I sold them all off because they were really white. And she's producing like darker animals than I am.
Oh, see, that's
cool.
Yeah,
so that was something different.
I hope stuff. Webbed Obsession, Michael's here.
Oh, there we go. Aurora,
Josh is here. Everybody, hit the thumbs up. It helps.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up. I got a lot to talk about. The first thing is, we're gonna start giving away US Arc memberships. I might throw out a few myself and just pay for them. But if we start taking donations or taking someone wants to, throw into our pot, well, I never took donations because I don't need the money. I mean, I want money. I like money, but I don't need the money, if that makes sense. So anyone that gives, once I get it set up where I can keep track, I'm going to take that money and we're just going to give away US Arc donations. So it's going to be like a US Arc auction or a US Arc donation drive, but we're going to get memberships with it. And I'm thinking about, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm thinking about doing like either a 12-hour live or a 24-hour live US Arc membership drive where we actually get people going to the site and joining that day. Not donating us money to donate to US Arc, but just get the membership drive up.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. We've talked about this before. I like it.
You know,
Mhm.
and I'm hoping that we can give away like a membership or two every show eventually, maybe even three. If we have the cash flow, give away 3, 4, 5 memberships every show. And everyone that's going to be sponsored on our channel is not going to be paying for their sponsorship. All it's got to be is you got to be good people. I'm running a group with a couple gals called Herpers of USARK that do auctions there you go.
There you go. It's a start.
And Gary plays some Monopoly. You have deep pockets at the end of it. Maybe even get out of jail free card. Yeah. I got some other things I'm doing. Like it took me about 7 months to 8 months, but I made my chow finally. I got this. This is gonna be for sale. So I mean, like I said, money's awesome. I like money, but the hobby means more to me than the money. So that's something big we're gonna do. I'm gonna change up all the stuff that you see. Repti Post is gonna be a big thing. I'm gonna start pushing that again.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working 80 to 95 hours a week.
I know you have. It's been crazy, absolutely insane.
So, I'm gonna get like Texas Kid Reptiles Instagram up, and we're gonna get Nikki's stuff up and Heidi's stuff up. Everyone that's ever interviewed on our channel up, and get them scrolling, and maybe even I do some commercials for them and promote the good in the hobby instead of worry about the dollar. I know I'm taking jabs at people when I say buy me a membership, but that was purposely done. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Aiming for October. If we have enough people interested, let me see what I could do. If you're aiming for October, I should have some geckos up to size. I should. I will, to tell you the truth. I just want to make sure I have something for you that's nice and not just
Wally's in the house.
common stuff. Like I don't want to do something like like raptors. We'll do something like blood clouded or clouded blood. We'll do some pures, white and yellows, stuff like that. We'll figure something out. But I do want to say, Nikki, I challenge you to try to drive membership more than the dollar amount. I challenge you that. There's a reason why I challenge that, because they're going to get the money anyway, and that membership is going to be bigger. Is Leo on too?
Yep.
No, we were just
Adam,
talking.
Frank, Texas Kid. Nikki.
Shame on you. Gary's always like, I'm late. Why am I late? I got too many chats going on now. Wow. Oh, they were probably saying I'm late because I didn't hit it right at 8 o'clock. How StreamYard works is we can sit here, me and Andrew are talking behind the scenes. We're like just chilling. And then I'll say, oh, what? It's 0 countdown. And then I go over and I hit all the buttons. It's fun. Yeah, what we need to do when it comes to USARK, we need to drive membership somehow. So if I do a 12-hour, 24-hour thing, drive membership.
I cannot say this enough how important USARK is. They help me keep my stuff here in my own city. They just defeated that by everybody calling, doing a campaign. HR 669 was another huge one. Then they came in and we lost stuff after that, but then they got it back. So to keep our hobby going, USARK not only fights for reptiles, they fight for fish, your birds, everything. Tarantulas, they'll do it all.
Yeah, and it's huge. And think about this. If we let's say we raised $100 million for USARK, that'd be amazing, right? But when they're going to fight these and they say, we have 100,000 people, but $100 million backing us, it doesn't sound as good as we got, 25 million people. 25 million people are part of our organization. That number, that membership means so much more.
Because politicians only think of one thing, the voter.
Voters.
And the more voters you got, the more powerful you are.
And pay me half on Brand's membership dude, that is amazing. Help me think outside the box, guys. Help me think outside the box to get membership going.
Texas Kid there, he had a good idea too. Every sale comes with a membership, and if you don't have a membership, you get that much of a discount. You get a discount.
That's what I'm saying is we all work together, think outside the box to get this, USARK, Florida. Every state could have a representation of their own under the umbrella of USARK eventually if there was enough people. There's not enough people. And, I mean, I'm for one, I'm going to see Sunday, I'm going to see 1,000 to 1,500 people walking through the expo. 1,000 to 1,500 people, and there is shows all over the nation. The biggest one in the world. Well, no, I wouldn't say Tinley's probably bigger now, huh? But Daytona still is just different.
Daytona's a different attitude, different everything.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if 70% of the people that walk through Daytona was USARK members? And the big thing I get is I got a couple $5. Everyone says, why do you do the $5 one? I do a couple of the $5 ones. I think I got 4 of the $5 ones. It's because they got a cash flow going in, and I don't need the T-shirt. I don't want all that. I want them to have all the money. And they get $50 out of me for a year instead of 40.
Big G, how you doing, buddy?
There's Luna.
When Becky and I had our fight here in this town to keep our stuff, I contacted Phil. Phil looked up the town and emailed each individual city council member, the mayor, the whole 9 yards, sent them all a little packet of information. We actually won. It was a 2-year fight, but we still won.
Heidi, I can promise you one thing. I can at Dillon. At any scaled up expo, I can make that happen. I can't speak for Sewerfest because I'm sure Shane would get behind it. And I can't speak for scaled up, but I'm almost positive Mickey would be behind that also. So I don't see why we couldn't. I'll speak for Dillon. I know if I went to him and said, hey, dude, I want to set this table up, it would be done. It would be done. So, I mean, this is a change I've been talking about. I do have round tables. We have round tables set up. I have people knocking at my door to do round tables.
Oh, yeah. People have been asking me, too.
So, with me being at work, Sewerfest recently, you being sick, we took a break. We didn't want to. It just kind of happened.
It happened that way. Yeah. Oh no, it was one thing after another and another.
Heidi, Dillon is family. I mean, that dude. Yeah. I mean, he is 100% about hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Did I mention at the last show? It was a Fond du Lac show. He had a network from Milwaukee and a network from Green Bay drive over an hour to that show.
I knew the one. I didn't know both of them.
Yeah, it was awesome. And Dillon, when he promotes, if people knew where Dillon came from, like he was shy to get on camera, shy to do whatever. Now what he's doing, he promotes the hobby so well. I mean, the dude is just awesome.
Look what Texas Kid just posted.
Let's see. I have flyers with care sheets with a QR code, and they can sign up right in front of my booth and get their discount for signing up. Outside the box, I like that. That's happening now with me. I'm liking it. That is going to happen. 100%. I don't know if I'm going to get it done for the Green Bay show, but I'm doing that. I'm writing it down. See, outside the box.
Yep, he's always thinking.
If we all QR codes on care. I like it. QR code is jeez. I'm going over here. My bird.
Yeah, it's cool.
I have an expo
Max
tomorrow
cool.
when I'm going. Yeah, Max is awesome. I'm going to be vending at. See, Game of Morphs. Going to have an expo. That's what I'm talking about. Expos are fun. Our expos are always on Sunday here. When I was in Ohio, we had Saturday and Sundays. I don't think I've ever vended a Saturday except for the Janesville 2-day.
I think the one we have here is on a Saturday. But I'm not. Yeah, it's a Saturday.
Prayers of work printers. That's awesome. That 8 members. I've been thinking about this pretty hardcore.
Kick 8 members by everybody.
Eight. If he got, let's say half the vendors got 8 people at one show, one expo. That's huge. I mean, if we can't talk about US Arc to the people that like reptiles, how are we going to talk about US Arc to people that don't?
True.
So, I mean, it's a big thing to me. I talked to Ryan and Erica a little bit about some stuff. There was a situation in Appleton that I took care of that didn't hit the news, didn't hit anything. Ryan didn't even hear about it. That was pretty insane. But I get a call. I took care of it. We handled it. I don't even want to put out the details to anyone in public because that's what should have happened. No one found out about it except for the law enforcement, and they knew who to contact.
Mm-hmm.
They knew who to contact. We contacted. It never hit the press. Never did nothing. Done. I was really upset about the alligator situation, though. That hit the news. I was contacted like a day before an alligator got found in Fond du Lac. And the person, I don't know how we got off on this tangent, but I said I would take it for free. And I thought they were going to give it to me. And they went nuts. Now, all of a sudden, they said that the gator got out of its enclosure. I don't know. It's just really weird that I was offered a gator that same size, that they had to get rid of it that day. And, yeah.
Then it gets out. Yeah, it's kind of funny, right?
And that's when we started getting interviewed at that Fond du Lac show. We were interviewed, and I told them I didn't want to speak about it, and none of the news groups asked me about it, other than the initial, like, hey, what? And I said I didn't want to speak on that. Yeah, when that was it was a situation. If anyone's interested in it behind the scenes, just message me, and when I get to it, I'll let you know what happened. But yeah, it could have ended up bad.
I'm sure it could have. I don't know what happened because you didn't tell me yet.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, we haven't even talked since then. It was one of them things where the animal now is safe.
That's good.
So, 2 day shows.
Big G, did I send you the recent updated picture of that fat tail gecko?
That one that's right. You hashed that fat tail gecko out, and I asked him how to go, what's the Perry? I was trying to figure out what kind of fat tail it was. That's what I'm like. Oh. What kind of fat tail is that? I don't know fat tail morphs. Man, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
not
pretty
Kool-Aid
cool
either. This is orange juice, guys. I drink orange juice by the gallon. It's better than soda.
Yeah, the patty. But did you see I'll send you another one, Luna, right now. I want to do it.
Let's see here, Insta. Yeah, you're the one that you hashed out. I can show people here in a sec. Let's go to profile. You hashed out. I hashed out some that just look like yours. Oh, I didn't put them up yet. Sorry, guys. This is a pretty cool gecko. That's pretty rare. That's a rare gecko. That's
normal,
nothing.
Right?
That's nothing. It's just a gecko. Like legit.
This
was pretty cool.
That's a cool one. I saw that one today.
You want to get Heidi going? Ready what that is? That is a Skittle cross. It was a Skittles to Jungle cross or something like that, but it's Skittle lineage somewhere in there. And to my wacky blood. So that just hatched today. And then we got that stripey. You hatch a lot of these. You've been hatching out these all day.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an eagle.
I sent you 2 pictures.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna have to go over there. Let's see here. I want to make sure I didn't have anyone's chat up.
Yeah, you don't want to. I was thinking that the last time we did a live and you had a bunch of chats up. I'm like, what if you're talking about something you're trying to do or something?
Now Miles is asking about the chatty chat. There we go. There we go. That's a cool gecko, dude. That's a really cool gecko.
I sprayed him down. That's why he had the wet head. But if you go to the next picture, you can see another good picture of him there. See.
Do these have eclipse eyes? Do these have all black eyes?
Yeah, they're black eyes.
Is that a Patty trait or is that separate?
I don't know much about. You'd have to ask like Luna or Heidi because I'm not, or Seth, but I don't know if he's in here. I'm not really, this is my first year ever doing. I know it's a patternless. It might be a patternless Oreo. At least I'm pretty sure it is.
Look at
all fat tails have black eyes.
Do they? Yeah, they do. Never mind. Dude, Andrew has the odd gods on his side right now. Those numbers are sweet. On screen, look at this. Sometimes nothing is better than something. You see that? Sometimes nothing is better than something. Mm-hmm. At least someone's getting it. If you guys don't know, I make up stuff, and it's to take my friendly jabs at people that take jabs at me. So I'll make something up and say, "Hey, ha ha ha." Like some people know about me saying riddle me this. They know why I'm saying riddle me this because I've been making stuff that looks like another Batman character for years. So I say riddle me this, and and it's not to be mean. It's just my friendly way. Let me go. Oh yeah, that's a pretty gecko. That there is from Blood, correct?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was looking at it, and I said, you did that Skittles crossing, and they look a lot alike. I said, well, did I just name this as Skittles like other people name stuff? No, I'm just joking. No, I would never.
I got that Skittle cross that Heidi said was a Skittle cross, and they took it in the jungle, and I got it just for the look. And the kid wanted something expensive off me. I get it, and so I was like, let me get this Skittle cross off you. And I didn't breed it last year. I didn't breed it at all. And then this year, I'm like, well, I got to test it out to see if it's, Het Eclipse and Het Tremper and all this other stuff. So I tested it out this year. And it's Het Tremper and it's Het Eclipse. Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
But the normal looking tangy ones look pretty cool. I love getting them in the pictures in the cup.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
just me. That's a Patty, Tremper Patty. Is that Eclipse?
Yeah, I told you that. I said it's Eclipse.
Oh, that's right, because that's all from the Raptor stuff. I know I know.
That was the hets that were both hets, but I didn't know they were a Het Eclipse too.
Yeah, they were from the Raptor female when I was testing out the male.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because I was gonna say I've never hashed out an Eclipse out of the male. I know what they are now. I just have to look up the IDs of them parents and then track it back to the IDs of the mom and dad.
Yeah.
But you got an Ember, just like that. I'm like, what the hell? That's awesome though. I got bad luck this year. Whoopsie. Getting chats. They're all like group secret chats, guys. They're all secrets.
Yeah. The only thing I'm having bad luck with is my numbers. I wish I had more, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to say. I think it has to do with food intake. I really think food intake, because with ball pythons, I think I'd look at everything like I did with ball pythons. Nutrition in, production out. That's just my opinion.
Well, my issue was, and I didn't say anything except in one chat. I haven't told anyone. But my first 20 or 30 hatched at the facility have MBD in some way. And I've been doing it the same way as I always did, except I bought SA this time instead of the horse one. I tripped out, and I contacted the manufacturer of it, and they said they're identical. I was looking at the label on the back, and one was for like a pound, and the other one was for like 300 ounces or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're identical. I haven't changed anything else. I've been doing it for so long. I have not done anything. So I tripped out. I threw it all away. I bought the horse one. I bought all new vitamins. I mixed it all back together, and I'm not having issues anymore.
Do you think can it grow old or something? Could you think it's could? I don't know.
I mean, I go through it so quickly. It's like I mix it, and it's gone within a month.
I never paid attention if there's an expiration on about them things or not.
Yeah, there is. There's an expiration, and heat. That's why I tell people not to keep their vitamins and calcium in their heated room. It's not good for the calcium. It's not good for the vitamins. So I keep mine in the facility. I keep it in my safe. I have a walk-in safe in there, and it's just a closet now. But with the 2-foot walls, it's always cool in there. It's like 60 degrees.
I keep everything in the refrigerator.
So, and when I was here, I would just keep the vitamins in the room I'm in now, which stays around 60 degrees. So the only thing I did different was I bought that SA.
Did you see what Nikki just said?
What's that? There was a massive recall on the horse stuff and multivitamins. I got the new horse. I just got it within. When did I get that? Miles is in here. Miles
been about a week or so, right?
Yeah, I sent it to you. I think I sent it to you too.
Yeah,
I did all the change. I was flipping out. One of my most prized possessions have back leg issues, and the only thing I can put it towards is the calcium. All the rest of the geckos are doing good. Even the ones that started, I could see it because I seen it so quick. They're already rebounded, and I think they're going to be fine. But they're all marked, so I can't sell them. I have a blood tremper that is glow in the dark, and I'm not. He's
a pet now.
He's a pet. I won't breed him. He won't be going to anyone that breed him. So I was flipping. I was tripping out. The multivitamins I bought. Oh, where did I get those? But all of it got thrown away. I was so mad. I mean, hundreds of dollars. I just like whatever. I was that upset. And now I'm not having any issues. But my first 20 or 30 animals, I got randomness. And what was funny, it's not funny, but I was noticing it, and then I'm noticing it in the other ones that weren't showing it. I'm starting to see. I think it's just my eye. I'm like so nervous about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, did they just limp, or did they just do this?
You're seeing something that isn't there.
Yeah, and so I had that. That's why I have not posted animals for sale. They're not going to be for sale.
What did you switch to, Nikki?
When I heard the recall on both products, I switched to something else. What did you switch to? Because, I mean, when it comes to multivitamins and it comes to the calcium, I don't care what it costs. If it works, it works. I don't care.
If it works, it works, yeah.
And what the big issue is, I give the same multivitamin and calcium to our tortoises, to all our other geckos, to our bearded dragons.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't. Here's something that's going to blow people's minds. Usually, when an animal is an adult, they can deal with less than when they're growing. So a baby will show you something wrong because they're growing so quickly, while an adult won't show it as quickly. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
An adult can get away with, being treated bad for a little bit longer than a baby.
Well, a baby's growing at such a high rate.
Yes.
They're going from 3 ounces to 10 ounces in like grams.
Okay.
Grams. I meant to say grams. It's so quick that
I'm gonna look that up. I'm not having any issues anymore, and I do 1 to 3 in all my stuff. I've always done that. So I'd get the 7-pound a bucket of multivitamins, and I'll get 2 pounds of the other, and then I take another half of it. Because too much calcium is bad too.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that.
Yeah, Wally, I agree because adult breeding females will either not lay eggs or the eggs will be see-through eggs and things like that start happening. And then they'll start getting MBD too because they're taking calcium from their body to put into their eggs.
Maybe them are patchy, yes. So there was that issue. I dealt with that. I still to this day have never seen that. I've never changed anything I've done for breeding geckos, 12 years, 15 years? I've never changed my stuff. And I was tripping out. I was so upset.
Well, I remember you contacted me right away. You're like, they said it was the same thing. I was like, I don't know.
I was noticing the problem. I was noticing it, and I'm like, wait a second. What's going on? So I'm like, did I forget to put multivitamin and calcium on their stuff? And I would make sure I did it. And then I have one gecko that's just, and every gecko reacts different. Some geckos can get through it. Some geckos cannot. And one of my geckos is pretty bad. He's going to be here for the rest of his life. He'll never leave. I've seen improvement, but MDB is not curable.
No.
So,
but like I told you, it can reverse to a point.
Yeah, he used to have no mobility of his back legs, and now he has mobility of his back legs. So I'm tripping. I mean, I was like, and it was within a 3 to 4 week, because geckos grow so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I dealt with. That was a sucky situation. So
very nervous. It would drive me crazy.
Oh, I was tripping. I was tripping out, and I mean, it couldn't have been the multivitamin. That's why I kept saying the multivitamin is not going to. It has to be calcium. The multivitamin is not going to cause MDB. Usually you can catch MDB in leopard geckos first if you look at their back joint legs and their joints. That's usually where it happens first. But it's hidden there because their back legs are so much thicker. And then when it gets to the front, if it gets to the front leg, yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know. It just sucked. It sucks. But once they recover all the way, I'm gonna show pictures of it and show what I did, what I changed. I contacted the company directly, and they said they're the same. I was just upset, and I was looking at a smaller jug, 100 grams difference, and I was like, "There's less D3 in this one. That's what's wrong with it." And it wasn't true. It's just me being upset.
Yeah. We can buy it by the 10-gallon buckets, that horse one with the horse picture on it.
Yep. I can buy that one.
5-gallon buckets, I should say, not 10.
I can't get my multivitamin. I've been getting Herptivite now. But I get that from a buddy of mine, Tom.
Why are you can't find Vionate?
Vionate not in the 10-gallon buckets.
Not even online anywhere?
No, I've been looking. I haven't looked since I got the since I don't need it. But once I get down to my last bucket, I'll look again.
If I come across it again, I'll send you the link so you can always have it.
And that's another thing. It does have a shelf life, so we can't buy it by a huge bulk.
No, you can't. Yeah, no, you can't buy it 100 gallons of it and say, "Well, I'll get to it when I get to it." No.
Austro has been the go-to for years, and I'm just it just sucks. It just sucked. The only thing I don't like about the Herptivite, the Vionate doesn't stain everything as bad as Herptivite. Herptivite turns everything orange.
A few years back, they switched Vionate because it never used to be even as yellow as it is now, or orangey color as it is now. It used to even be lighter than that, and then they switched it.
There's people that add to Vionate. There's still people that add to Vionate. I still am a firm believer. You use Vionate. Don't stop. I do. But if you gut load your feeders, correctly, you're pretty good. People, the calcium's important, but the D3 is what's important to the leopard geckos because many of them don't get UVA and UVB.
No.
So the D3 helps process that calcium.
Yes.
That's a multivitamin that had just a massive recall for sharp objects. Which one was that? The Vionate? Which one?
I hope not, because I got to order some.
The one I can, let me see if I can find it real quick.
I don't know. I got another one down there. I got.
This is what I got recently right here. Let me see if I can show it.
Yeah,
I
Frank
have
Tank. It's like Krusty O's from The Simpsons.
this is what I get in. It's not a 10-pound bucket. It's like a 7 or 7.5 pound bucket.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it off my friend Tom. He vends the Green Bay show and some other scaled up expo shows. But Vionate, it was so hard to find. So I went to this. I don't like it stains everything, but it works.
I don't think I've ever used that.
But if I go to Amazon, if I can Amazon.
I don't like those markers.
You have your new ones?
Well, I'll use them.
Hey, look at Osteoform is what I.
The tip was hanging half out.
There's the Osteoform right there in the 350 grams.
I wrote a review.
Okay.
That doesn't mean let's do anything about it.
And I guess horse stuff, because I guess.
Okay.
But they didn't bleed through.
Let's see if I can find Vionate for pets. So Vionate, if I go here, this is where I would normally buy Vionate, but I need it in such a large quantity. They just don't have it. They got 32 ounces. 32 ounces don't do nothing. I used to spend like $80 for 7 or 10 pounds. I forget. It's an apple. It's an apple.
Yeah.
Oh, my green is so perfectly matched.
Oh, Vionate had a recall. That's why it's so. See, Nikki hooking me up with the knowledge.
That's right. You're talking to your boyfriend.
That's right.
Yeah, see, hooking me up with the knowledge. Vionate was the one. So the Herptovite's been doing pretty good, but it stains stuff. It's more. How can I explain it? It's more powder. It's like more ground down to a powder than Vionate. Vionate's more chunky. If that makes sense. There's bigger chunks in it. So it all works the same, I guess. But I do look up Osteoform, and I'll see if I can do 10 pounds. Nada. So I don't know. Don't know. I'm getting messages. I'm so lost.
Found them both for you, Gary. 10 pounds each.
Did you?
Send them to you.
I'm gonna buy them right now. Done. I'm gonna buy them. I'm buying them right now. Hell yeah, Future Pet. What is this? It's only $200. All right. Wow. Done. I'm buying them both. You the man.
That's what you wanted, right? Was the 10-pound ones, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the calcium I'd go through, and then the Vionate is a 10-pound for $68.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone ever ordered off FuturePets.com? I'm keeping both of these though. I don't care. Cool. You the man.
Yeah, I try.
I use Reptical and Herptovite because they are. Oh, there we go. I didn't know that. Phosphorus free. They get more than enough phosphorus in insects. Ideal ratio of cap is 2 to 1. Okay, cool.
That's cool.
Osteoform might be shutting down because of a lawsuit, but not sure how reliable. I have no clue.
I hope they don't. Oh, God.
Yeah, see, I couldn't. I mean, we go through. That is a 25-pound. The one that you sent me is 25 pounds of osteoform for $209.
Yeah.
That is
That's
insane.
I hope osteo, because a lot of horse breeders and stuff use that.
I mean, calcium's calcium. It's calcium, but it's the D3 that we need for the animals that we keep indoors. And per pound, yep, it's the same. Sweet. I'm getting messages everywhere. I'm so lost. Yeah, I don't know about the recalls, guys. I don't know. But check on it if you ordered that stuff. I'm telling you guys, I caught it pretty quick for how many geckos I have out at the facility now. But my first 20-30 geckos might not ever hit for sale. They'll be just petted out.
Yeah.
And there's some like doozies in there too. There's some like doozies.
It's something to give a kid at a show or something.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I'll the ones I had in the back legs, you can't even tell unless I point it out. But I know it's there.
Yeah,
so
well,
I mean, if I sold something to somebody, so I mean, I could give that to a kid and he would have a field day, giving them a really bright orange gecko or an albino or a really dark gecko. Can you imagine a kid going around saying, "I got this," he'll probably say Black Knight, but I got this clouded, this really dark gecko for free because Gary's awesome. So yeah, so that was an issue I dealt with. We got it fixed though. I almost was going to go back to old school and put calcium in a dish. I almost did it.
Yeah.
I almost did it, but we're not doing that. The calcium in a dish for leopard geckos. If you're not in the cage every day and it gets wet and it can mold.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I do. I put it in a dish, but I put it in a little bottle cap, and I check it. I'm in there every day anyway. Even when I was sick, I was in there. I was pulling eggs. I was showing you pictures when I had COVID, but I check it every day because if it gets a little damp, it'll mold up like that. You got to toss it right away.
That's why I don't like this Vionate stuff. That's Vionate, but because you can see when I miss down, they'll get in the dish and they'll come out and you'll see wherever they walk, like little footprints. I'm like, oh, come on.
I noticed something. If I put a little dish in there of the calcium, right? Of the calcium Vionate mixture, and I put little dishes in there for the baby geckos to get the mealworms out of, and sometimes the mealworms could crawl out of it. Where do you think they go? They curl up inside and start eating the calcium and stuff like that. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's why people are gonna go nuts a little bit, but I've been doing it for. I don't know, 10 years now, 12 years. I have it's not a salt shaker. It's a cheese shaker. I don't know. Like you see at Pizza Hut, where you shake out the great cheese. And I put my vitamin powder and stuff in that and then put 2 shakes, 3 shakes, done. I'm not doing the whole spoon thing and stuff. Everyone's like, I'll do the spoon and do this. I'll just take it, done.
Yep.
Done. And I got to get better at maybe wiping out the food dishes. If they're dirty, I throw them away. That's wasteful.
I soak them. I clean them. I put them in disinfectant and soak them and stuff like that. And then
TSK takes care of me. I just order another.
Well, I could do that too because they're only like 10 cents a piece.
Yeah.
But You can go through a lot of them pretty quick.
Yeah, how I do it is when I get a okay. This is you guys
Parmesan cheese shaker, Nikki.
There
said.
it is, Parmesan cheese shake. There it is. Yes. But how I do my geckos is I'll set up their cage and I incubate in them little containers.
That's what I do too. I like
And
those
I'll
best.
take that off and I'll wash the lid off to get all the marker off of it. And I rinse it off, let it dry, and I'll put that as the food dish for the first 2 weeks. Because the baby geckos aren't going to know, oh, there's a food dish, and they're going to struggle a little bit. But when the mealworms are running around, they'll start eating faster. Once they start like double in size, I'll put it in a dish. They're good.
Yeah, I noticed. I put them in a clear bowl too, so that way they can see it.
Yeah, that helps.
When they see it moving, it attracts them. Also, what I do is every time I clean it, I'll drop a few on the ground in there, and then I'll put the dish in there, and then they eat the ones on the ground first and go back.
A Parmesan cheese wheel, a whole wheel of Parmesan cheese. Yeah, most of the ones that have MDB that I've seen, if I didn't show it to you, you probably wouldn't even know. You would
Never
be
even
like,
notice it.
You wouldn't even notice it. I do. I have two that have it pretty bad. The one you wouldn't notice it until he walked, and the other one you can notice right away. Now they've rebounded. I've seen the rebound, but they're never going to be 100% again. The ones that I caught when I caught it, I mean, I could probably sell them. I just can't do it morally. I can't do it. So, I mean, I probably just put them out there and be like, "Oh yeah, it's a chunky gecko." I do the same. I mix bee pollen, calcium, and all my bee pollen. I do bee pollen also, but all my bee pollen goes through my roaches and my gut loading.
That's what I do. The mealworms I'm raising and feeding, I put it in there. I don't put it on the food. I don't put it like on the food. I put it in the food that the geckos are eating.
Just
Not
grinding
the geckos, but the.
I was just grinding up stuff for my chow, and I just did 5 pounds of bee pollen, and I ground to a powder. Like so.
You could buy it already ground up in a powder, you know.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that when I first bought it. I did. Well, dude, I was looking for it. I'm like, oh, that's a great price. I'm gonna do that. And then after I ordered it, like 4 days later, it might have been you that told me.
I did.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I feed it to the mealworms and stuff, man. And I'm telling you, when you feed them mealworms to your animals, your animals brighten up. They got more energy. You know, I wouldn't feed it directly to the animals, but I feed it to the.
It shouldn't hurt them. I mean, but there's studies out there. Too much bee pollen's bad too. But
yeah, because it's sugar.
Yeah,
it can cause kidney problems and stuff like that, and that's why I give it to. Because you know, not every mealworm is going to get it either when I put it in there.
Yeah, so. That's almost just like when people say that roaches need protein. Like dubia roaches need protein, and they don't. They could live off no protein at all, because they turn fiber that's in plant matter into protein.
Yeah, see,
it's scientifically proven. That's what they do. Will they eat fish? Will they eat meat? Sure can, but then it starts giving your animals gout.
Yeah, and you don't want that. Especially if you have things like Ackies. They get gout bad, so you don't want to be feeding them.
It took a lot for me to get my chow under 8% protein. It took a lot, but I got it. I'm trying to get it down lower. I'm trying, but I can't get a certain product that don't have it. No one makes it. So I'm going to have to, I mean, I don't got the money like that to manufacture something like that. Be cool, though. I do the same. I make big pound. I get those shallot dish cups from DT for the babies. Yeah, I don't have one here. But them like little incubator cups I use. It's a whole process. They get it, and then once they go to the other, I take the incubator cup, I wash it out, and it gets used next year. So I only thing that gets thrown out in my place right now, and it's my garbage is low for what I do, is the styrofoam hide. Once it gets too bad, I throw it away. which I want to find a different way, a different hide that I don't have to throw away. The paper towel in the baby tubs, and then the bowl every once in a while. Because I have animals, adults that are for sale that are 2 years old now. I've had for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So they've probably gone through like 20 bowls, 30 bowls. I don't know.
You know, you were talking about the paper towels you put in there. You know, remember when we interviewed Ed?
Mm-hmm.
Well, his thing is it's going big. So, because they've done some research on it and found out that's better than paper towels because there's no bleach or nothing in it.
Mm-hmm.
They bleach paper towels. So, that's what I'm going to start switching over to because you can buy them already pre-cut, perfect size. Just drop them right in. That'll cut your 13-second change time down to like 10.
Could be. See, my issue is I'm trying to find something I don't have to throw away. I'm trying to do the least waste I can do.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem. It's hard to find something that's not trash.
Because I used to use a vacuum, a shop vac, the shop vac out because I didn't use, except for the baby tubs, I didn't use any. I still don't use any bedding, no substrate, and I wasn't as good as Matt, where Matt just like pushed them off to the side. I would remove them, and I just vacuum it out. That's what I did, and then after breeding season, I would scrub all of them down. But I stopped doing that because shop vacs put so much junk in the air.
Yeah, you breathe. You got to have a mask when you do it. For sure.
And I did suck up a gecko once. It was fine. It was fine.
I watched Matt do that, and I'm thinking to myself, my luck, I'd just like, zoop. Oh, sorry.
So that was a short-lived thing back in, 2010, 2012.
Well, I still have my shop vac that I used a while ago for it. It's a small little one, little gallon ones by Stanley. It's pretty cool. It works really good. But like you said, it kicks up a lot of dust even if you have a mask on.
Yeah. So I don't do that anymore. So I literally have a trash can next to me, and I just take it out, wipe it out, boom, boom, done. And then, or if I have to, like the new animals, I am running out of. They're here still. My tubs are here. I gotta take and double them up again. I sucked up a gecko. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I sucked up a gecko. I felt really bad. I thought, I was so upset about it, and I
You
got
think
in
you're
there.
gonna have a bloody mess when you open it up, right?
It was sitting there like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like,
"Can we try not to let that happen again?"
It just looked up at me. I was like, "Oh, okay." I got a gecko loose in my gecko room right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I left the cage open.
I had one get out too. Same thing, but it wasn't open. There's a little gap.
Oh, he's gonna have so much food there, so I just gotta move the stuff. It's a leopard gecko, so
yeah,
I'll find him, but it needs to have so much food. Because when I sort dubia roaches, some fall on the floor. I'm like, whatever.
It's not home, right? You don't care. It's
like, whatever. Doesn't matter. I just looked at the goblin roaches. I was there this morning, and oh, geez, they exploded. I have so many goblin roaches.
You nailed that one down, huh? Got it figured out.
I guess I guess I don't know exactly what I did different, but it did it. I was like, sweet. Not playing, guys. I had it. I was going to take it to the Fond du Lac show. The red goblins were going to be sold. I was just going to take the tub, everything. Here's red goblins, guys, and they're not cheap. Red goblins are not cheap. And I open it up. And I'm like, oh, whoa, there's a lot of babies in there. Okay.
What about your like hissers and your domino? Is it dominoes? Is that what they're called?
The question marks are doing really good.
Question marks.
The thing with question marks I don't like is they go in I don't have a big enough colony for them to be bloomed everywhere. So you'll see a bunch of adults and then they'll die off. And then you're like, where's all the adults? And then all of a sudden, boom, you have 30 more, 40 more. So it's really weird. I don't know why it does that, but my buddy Paul said it was normal. The hissers are doing great. I have thousands of hissers, thousands. Gary,
he started feeding his chow.
Yeah, I did. I need some of those goblins. We're gonna have to talk. We'll talk. And that's it. That is one thing I did. I started feeding them the chow I started making, and And I will admit this too: when the roaches were here, they got more scraps than they did me like going to the market and buying fresh stuff. Like every time I go to the shop, I feed roaches. Okay, I feed them almost daily. I might miss a day, but they got dry chow in there, so it doesn't matter. I go to the market and I buy fresh fruits and vegetables for them. So, if I'm gonna sell them, I figured I better, feed them the best there is. And I still have, and this is how bad it is. I have colonies that I bought to produce for people, and then I still have my 2 colonies that I've always had going, always.
See, what I was saying
I just ordered a bunch of peanut noodles.
when I put it in there, I wouldn't. I know what I would want my food to eat. That I'm feeding my geckos. The prey I feed my geckos. And when you order from somebody, you're not sure what they're putting in it. But when I'm putting it in it, I know what's going in it.
So yeah, that's what it came down to. And I took stuff out of my chow. I actually took stuff out, because the roaches will talk to you. I know this sounds weird, but I would put the chow and then you would see a certain color not there. I'm like, what? Wait, they're not eating that. I was buying a wheat bar. Okay, there was a wheat bar. It's just 100% wheat bar. I think it was for horses. I honestly do. And I was putting it in there. They wouldn't eat it. And they would leave it behind. And there's a few other things that I changed. So,
yeah, well, that's how you learn, yeah.
But I'm really excited about it. This is the first time I ever created a product. And I put time into. So I'm kind of proud of that. I can breed anything. I mean, putting 2 animals together and getting eggs and hatching them, I mean, you put your mind to it. But to create a product for that animal, that was pretty cool.
Webbed Obsession got some of my chow that I made for my isopods. I sent him a little pack, and he did a little video on it because they ate it. They put it in, they tore it right up.
I'm telling you should market that stuff, man. I mean, my chow, my roaches, I apologize to everyone that's trying to order it online. I apologize. It's selling out so quick locally. I can't keep up until like October, November time. I'm gonna have 12,000 to 15,000 adult females going at that time. So at 10,000 females gives me 250,000 babies every 2 months at 10,000. So 125,000 roaches a month. So we should be at par to start, supplying some bigger people. But I mean, I'm selling out. I was. We lost him for a minute. We'll come back. What was really cool is that Sewerfest, people are coming and bought at Fond du Lac, bought them at Sewerfest, and said, my animals ate these quicker than others, and I was like, well, I didn't promise that, but that's awesome. Stuff up and see that for roaches to isopods are all devoured it. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully Andrew's okay. He kind of left pretty quickly. Let's see if I can let's say a copy link address. Give him this just in case. Oh, he's back. See, he's good. I was like, hope you're okay.
No, I hit the wrong button. Becky was talking to me, and I muted it so she could tell me what she was saying. And when I hit go back, I hit the wrong thing. I hit stop cam, and it took me right off by accident.
That's all good, Nikki. Seriously, that's awesome. We'll figure it out. Just
what'd you do, Gomer?
I have. Go ahead.
I hit the mute button.
Yeah.
And then you were done, and I accidentally hit the stop camera and it threw me off the live stream.
Andrew does DEA Exotics on Instagram.
Yes, I do.
But Nikki, yeah, get with me. Just give me time because I do know that a couple of my friends want larger amounts of dubia. I'm trying to pull it off, and it's just it's been insane. like this week, tomorrow I'm going to go separate roaches because I am not that person that cups or roaches unless I'm sitting them cups while there's shows coming up. I have a show Sunday. I'm cupping them tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally going there to cup them.
That's the way to do it. No Amber Alert there, Big G. Nobody kidnapped me.
So my roaches are in their home. I mean, they're in a tub.
Emily.
But, yo, what's up, Emily? How you doing? But yeah, I don't feed any citrus to anything for sale. They get no citrus at all. Because citrus can be bad for some reptiles. So I don't pretend to know what you're feeding your the bugs to.
What exactly does it do to the reptiles, if you don't mind me asking?
I honestly don't know everything that it does, but I know it affects the bearded dragons badly. It came from a bearded dragon person that says you can't feed citrus. I started looking it up. There's a few other animals that can't do it, like tortoises. People don't know tortoises eat protein.
Mm-hmm.
A Groot will eat worms and roaches and stuff like that. Mimsy will tear up some protein. So
I've seen people feed it mice and stuff
Oh,
like that. Yeah,
so I try to keep it as Emily's getting married, right?
yeah. Congratulations. And having a baby on top of it all.
Just doing it all at one shot.
Busy. Citrus can cause gout, Nikki.
So citrus can cause gout and that stuff too.
Mm-hmm. But like, I'll put a video up if somebody wants, when I'm doing the mealworms. If somebody wanted to see what I feed them, I would show them.
What you're gonna have to do, and the stuff. I mean, hot feed. Well, when I say hot 90s, feed. The more you feed it, this is coming from one of the largest breeders there was. It's a time-consuming thing. I hope you rock it, dude, because I'll buy from you. I hope you get millions.
I got so many beetles and larvae right now. I mean, it's just bins and bins and bins full. So.
And you separating the larva and the beetles and stuff like that.
Because if you don't, the beetles will eat the larva for the moisture.
Do you have the setup where the eggs fall through, or are you gonna just separate it?
I'm just gonna separate it. It's easier. I got a sifter.
Gotcha.
It'll be easier for me to dump each tub, sift it out, and then pour the stuff the right back into another bin, so that way we can hatch out. I can hatch them out that way.
Yeah, but I noticed that apple does pretty good. My roaches don't like blood oranges; they won't touch it. But cantaloupe is another thing that actually gets them breeding too. That's a little.
Is it really?
Insight. Yeah. Oh gosh, they will cantaloupe and watermelon.
Yeah, but cantaloupe got vitamin C in it? Is it high in vitamin C?
No.
Okay.
I think it has some, but not like an orange. But the reason that people use oranges and I use oranges in my breeders is somehow it makes them want to breed. You feed, they'll just produce. They love oranges. And what's sad is it used to be thought that dubia roaches and other roaches don't like citrus.
Miles says his love mangoes.
I'm gonna have to try mango. I never tried mango. I'm gonna try that. Bananas. I do bananas every once in a while, but that any of the fruits and mushy stuff can cause more flies.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So I don't leave them in I put it in overnight. I go back the next morning. If it's there, I take it out.
Have you ever tried? Now, I've seen people do this, but I don't know if you'd ever tried. I've seen it on YouTube. Have you ever thought of like Repashy, the powder? Just dumping some in.
Never tried it. I know. Doesn't Luna do that?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't. Doesn't Luna put?
I know
Rapashi Crescent Gecko diet that those crescent geckos that need in there?
Yeah,
thought
well,
he did.
Wally does it. He puts it in with his mealworms, but I don't know if he puts it in with roaches. So I don't know.
Huh. I was gonna say, yeah, it shouldn't hurt nothing.
Mm-mm.
If offer bananas, I just break them off in half and put the whole with the peel still on. My roaches don't eat the peels. I don't know why. They'll get it down to like the nitty gritty too.
I believe that, Wally. It's a sugar in it, and it dries them. It gives them so much energy that they want to reproduce.
It could be.
Sweet potatoes are good too. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Grub pie, and they have grub. Yep, I know. I can hit the buttons. I throw the extra in with the roaches. They clean the cups. I do grub pie, and they have a grub burger. I don't do that. I never done that grub burger or morning wood either. I've never done that. Don't use too much sweet potatoes. My sweet potatoes, I put sweet potatoes in with some of my isopods, and apple and sweet potato go into my goblins because they don't like oranges much. Goblins don't like oranges. And then the hissers, some of the wide horns and your Madagascars don't eat oranges as fast, but they'll eat green. Like they like the mixed spinach and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll tear that stuff up. Yes, Emily, we do got to talk vents. We got to talk about that too. We've both been really, really busy. I've been working like 80, 90 hours a week.
That's crazy.
I like money.
Yeah, I bet you do.
But yeah, I've been reading on what I've been doing is I've been reading like college papers on studies on different types of things on roaches. That's how I've been learning all this stuff.
You know, I never thought of that, but that's a good way to learn everything because they do a lot of experiments and stuff. So when I worked at the University of Penn, they had all kinds of stuff like that there, and I'm sure that they write papers on it all.
Well, there's a person I was talking to. I forget when it was, but I was showing him that Wikipedia can be edited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it can't anymore. I mean, you can go edit it, but it like refreshes after 10 minutes. I forget the time. It has to be approved. I forget. There's something stupid about it. Okay. And he's talking, he goes, why don't you just read college papers? And we were talking about roaches at the time. I was like, I'm trying to learn as much as I can about roaches. And he started putting me into like how to find college papers and stuff like this. And that's how I found out that there was a college in Texas that took groups of dubia roaches and fed one like we do normally in the hobby, and then one that was only on plant matter, and the one on plant matter bred faster.
That's pretty interesting to know.
And then they started breaking it down, and it was because they produce protein from the fibers in the plant. So, yeah, I was like, wow. So that's what I kind of took into my account, and I started looking up that, and I was like, oh, wow, they do. Now, all my roaches still get protein. I mean, they get 8%. So, I mean, it's still a lot. I gotta try that squash. I've never tried squash from my history. I'm gonna try that. When I have my Cresties, whatever the Rapashi was left, I just would give it to the feeders. I gotta remember that too.
I know.
What do you want?
This squashes and zucchinis and all that stuff. Do you ever try zucchinis?
Zucchini, I think I've tried once, but it didn't go well. It didn't go. Flies.
What didn't go? Oh, the flies. Yes. I know that I feed a variety of foods like that to the mealworms over there.
Pumpkin is hot. Pumpkin's hot stuff. So when Halloween comes up, oh, my roaches are gonna go nuts though. Yeah, but I mean, so out of all the roaches I have now, I feed off only from my goblins and dubias. I'm letting the rest kind of explode. The goblins only get fed to my all my mantis that I have.
Which, by the way, are very cool. I like the little
Oh,
video clips you put up. Those little mantids are cool. It's one
oh,
of Becky's favorite. She's always like, if you're gonna really get any kind of bugs, man, I like those little mantids. They're pretty cool.
the little one I think is gonna explode. She's so fat, or he's so fat, because the ones with the crowns on the ghost, I believe, are the males. Someone's telling me.
I think it would be cool to get into some mantids.
I'm gonna try to breed them. I have 3. I have a pair. But I was talking to some, and some people said the ghost mantis are not communal; that they'll still eat each other. But then I was talking to this guy that bred them. He was set up next to me at sewer. He was like, "You keep them fed, you put them in a big cage, you'll be totally fine." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Frank the Tank said, ask him. He'll tell you anything you want to know.
Sweet. So I have my ghost mantis. How can you say? Is it the crowns are males and the non-crowns are females? Or the smaller
Now,
crown?
what do you mean by crowns? Why don't you explain it? to people
They have a protrusion out of their head,
okay.
and I have one that's really well, not like that long, but like I would say like 4
Later,
times
Mike.
the sun.
Well, Michael.
Mike's out. You gotta head. No, you're not allowed to leave. You gotta stay here. We're giving away $5 million later.
5. Well, he'll miss it. It's on him.
But yes, I will say the mantis are amazing. A fat crown, more of a square shape, is a female, and a male is very skinny, curvy crown. Okay, that's it. Okay, perfect, cool. Because my one that was sold to me as a male has a very skinny, really long crown, and the other one is short and stubby. And I was like, oh, okay. And he said that's a pair. And I was like, okay. And they're I don't know, maybe like that big.
How big do they get as adults?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out.
Frank, how big do they get as adults?
Mine eat out of my hand now. I literally can take a roach and pinch it between my hand, and they'll come up and grab it. I got all 3 of them doing it. Well, the
Now, would
little
they eat
one,
mealworms too and stuff like that, or no?
I think they'll eat anything that's in my hand.
2.5 inches.
2.5. Oh, I got ways to go for them. I can put a roach for the small one on the tip of my finger, and they'll run around, and she'll jump on my finger and chase it down. And she's awesome.
Interstellar, I'm sorry that happened.
See, my male ghost ate my female right at. See, that's what I'm scared of. I don't want my youths to eat each other. I don't want them to do that.
Hey, now, how's your scorpion doing?
I'm doing great. It's not gravid. I don't know if we were on since then.
No, we haven't been on since then. No.
My John Apple looked at it. She's not gravid. She's just fat, so I've slowed down her feeding. So, well, she's so gentle.
What, did you ever think of if you want, Hottentotta? I mean,
I'm thinking about it.
They're a little more dangerous, but you don't need a male for them. They just automatically.
That's why I need to do something more. I just picked up some more 40 breeders. Someone gave to the zoo. So now I'm thinking of setting one of them up for a desert species scorpion group. And I don't know if the Hottentotta can be put in groups though. Can they? I don't know.
I don't know now. You got me thinking.
Because I was thinking about doing like
everybody I see do it. Everybody I see do it keeps them separate, but I don't know if you can put them in a group or not. I know Desert Harriers you could put in a group, but if one starts getting bigger than the other ones, then you gotta move the bigger one out.
I'm thinking about doing a group of pink toes.
Pink toes would be cool
because I like those. And let's see what else I got. I'm looking for a boa. I thought. Well, let's see what. I got. Bicolors do good in community. Oh, look at that. I gotta look into that one. I thought he was going to explode because he was so engorged. I can't believe it. That sucks.
Someone's selling them cheap in Milwaukee too. aquariums.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen. Oh, what was it? Was it on Craigslist or was it? I don't even know if it's the same person, but I seen someone selling a lot. I want a boa, but I want a baby boa. Pretty bad. What's this? Get tongs and feed both the male and female. Introduce them in a large butterfly mesh. Make sure they notice each other. Feed the female again while the male is there, and have tongs ready. Okay.
Yep. And then when they're done, the male becomes lunch, right? Marketplace.
Oh, it was that marketplace. Okay, I knew I see it somewhere. I was like, oh yeah, because I was offered an alligator from really good friends that need it, but I don't have. I have the space for it temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
It needs a home, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. But I want a boa, and I didn't know boas went up so much in price.
I was looking just yesterday, and I was like, "What the heck is happening? What's happening to the community? It's everything's going to the roof."
I lost my. She was 30-something years old. I lost the boa.
Yeah,
and
that happens when they're that old.
So I want a baby that I can grow up that can be handled. I don't want to buy an adult from someone saying, "Oh yeah, it's handleable," and I don't trust it.
No, it's good to get a baby so that way you know what it's going to be like.
I'll have sand boa and rosies. I'll have those. I'm looking for a larger snake that's not a berm or a retic, or at that point, I want something that can actually be. I could get out and have her on a 5-year-old child without worrying about, if I'm there, I can control it. I don't
How about
want
yellowtail crebo? I know you might not be able to get them around kids as much, but
Crebos are fun.
They get a good size. I often wanted a yellowtail crebo.
Actual males getting eaten is mostly avoidable. It's due to the space restrictions.
Oh, there you go.
A dwarf came in when I moved to my new house. Crocodiles are amazing. Well, the alligator, I get alligators all the time. Okay, but this alligator is a special needs alligator, and it's for a friend, from a newly formed rescue too. So I was like, I just got to get this space. So if I get this alligator, I'd have to have it in an open cage, if it makes sense, in one of my rooms in my basement that has a drain. Mm-hmm. And I just build it a pond and blah, blah, blah. But then my cat couldn't go downstairs no more.
Yeah.
She likes it downstairs.
You'd be like, where's Fluffy?
Yeah, it'd be gone. So
I want to get some hot and toddas, but I don't know of a good person to buy them from. So that's what I'm doing.
Doesn't Web Obsession?
He does a lot of English tarantulas, but I don't know if he has hot and toddas or
not. I will talk to my buddy John. I'll see him Sunday. See what he has. I have that centipede that I got off of him. That thing is mean.
And centipedes can be very vicious. I'm not gonna say vicious, but very aggressive, and they're cool though.
Oh, I put a roach in. I take roach on tongs. It will chase that wherever I have it and go up, and it no questions asked. And then it hugs it with all it can and eats it. It's the coolest thing in the world. I haven't got the guts to touch it yet.
Yeah. I also got offered a bunch of baby Pac-Man frogs, and I don't know if I should do that yet or not.
There's a reason I didn't do Pac-Mans, and I might end up getting a female Pac-Man if I buying a big one. I know it's female. Males croak so loud.
I have to buy them in lots of 10, but they're so marked down.
I've done that before.
So it's almost worth it, but then it's hard to get rid of them if you get so many of them. I could see you being in trouble, You'd be like, what am I going to do with them now?
My problem when I used to buy off a guy. This was 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got 25 of them. I forget how many I got, but I took them to shows, and they were eating me out of house and home. They were just eating me out of house and home. I was like, whatever. Pac-Man frogs just eat. I don't know what else they do. They just eat.
No, I remember when I had the store, that's all they did was eat and eat and eat.
And they don't care what it is.
No,
they'll eat it.
My buddy stuck a finger and it grabbed onto his finger and he picked it up. It doesn't hurt him or nothing, but
So I want the zoo to have more animals, more different animals, and I don't know. I've been getting offered a lot of stuff. Like my buddy offered me a tricolor, really good price. But I'm like, tricolor is gonna hide. I want stuff that can be out and about, and get a scare. So I'm thinking emerald tree boa, green tree python probably be better.
Yeah,
Because green tree pythons are gonna be a little more hardy.
I thought of some good cage designs for those, like the tree boas and the pythons for that.
I'm getting a mangrove. I'll let you guys know I'm getting a pair of
cool.
mangroves.
They're cool too. I wouldn't mind
yeah.
having one of them myself.
I had my first venomous in the shop.
What was it?
They had to do it a monocle.
That's cool too. I can't get one of them, but I wouldn't mind the mangroves or even a false water cobra would be cool.
Oh, interested on the subject. You really got me. Yes, I love the mantis. I am like really getting it. Oh, you did. That's exactly yes. Oh, I'm gonna show this. Exactly what mine is. My male has a really tiny, like, is thin, tall one, and the female's short and stumpy like that. So he told me right. Okay, cool. That is awesome, and they are not afraid of nothing. They will come boxing.
That's pretty cool. It's cool to have stuff like that.
I'm upset they only live like 8 months to a year though.
So then they must grow fit. How long you had them so far?
Since Sewer Fest, a couple of weeks. I get them out. They don't like try to get away or nothing. I get them out and I play with them. I put roaches on my hand. If they don't have one, they'll go and get it and they'll attack it. I forget. Someone told me that an adult one could hurt you, and I'm like, what? I've had the green ones and they've never hurt me.
And they get bigger than them.
Yeah, I was like, whatever.
A beaded lizard would be cool, but so would a Gila monster, and that's one of my. That would be a bucket list animal for me. Would be a Gila monster.
I have access to a beaded and Gila and how to get them. I have access to those. I believe my one
for your
is
store
second.
or for friends who want to come drive down and pick them up.
No, for the zoo. My small one's in star 2, and the other ones are in star 3. So I have to separate them because you can tell the size difference.
Mm-hmm. Between instars can be dramatic size differences sometimes.
And the smaller one I've had since it was like a 1, and it was like just born or something, and I bought it, and I was terrified that it wasn't gonna take anything I had. I was like, I got goblins at home, but they're still big. That thing would take something on the same size of it. It does not matter. It will take down anything. It does not care. So I don't worry about that.
They would be cool too, Frank. Yes, Heidi, I know they're pretty cool.
What's that? I love those. The females look like. There it is. Yes.
Yes, it does.
Giant Asian, giant African mantis. You get very good size, and they're eating machines. I like the mantis. I think they're cool because I can get them out, and the kids can see them once they get adult. So this gentleman said if I don't breed them, he'll take care of me on buying them. If he would have said they lived 2 or 3 years, I probably would have bought like 10. But I was like, oh, they only live like 8 months. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
And I backed off and I only bought 2.
Yes, I've seen those too, Frank. Them are cool.
So I want to get some more millipedes. There are some of the flowers like the orchid ones and some of the other mantis, but there's laws about crossing state lines on some of them.
Is there really?
I'm running into it because I've been looking at different mantis, and some of them we can't bring in because I guess they're like invasive. But I live in Wisconsin, so
they ain't living in winter.
There's no way,
unless of course they lay an egg sac somewhere and don't hatch until spring or something. I guess
I'm thinking about buying another mantis egg because you can buy them on like eBay. Egg sacs for like $10 for like 3 of them, and then just letting them go, and then separating them out would be terrible because you would have to.
You know, when I was young, when Becky and I first started dating, once we found a big one in a tree that we would cut down, and we took it and we hung it on this little we had an awning and we hung it up on the awning in the shade. And my dad was sitting in a chair one day and we keep seeing these little things fall onto his shoulder and he didn't know what they were. And he's looking and he's like, what the heck is that? And it was all mantis.
That's awesome. You can clearly have nearly anything. I know. That's why I was wondering. The guy wouldn't ship it. I found orchids. Orchids. And he wouldn't ship it. He goes, oh, I can't ship it. You're out of state. And he was in Indiana. I was like,
maybe he doesn't have a permit to ship out of state or something.
I
Maybe
guess. I don't know. You should really keep spiny flower mantis here. See, that's what I'm talking about. And why I like this is I've been talking to my buddy, and he says small tanks and small cages for these mantis and for these smaller species of reptiles could be just as cool.
So,
big stuff.
Frank, how long do they live, if you don't mind me asking? The spiny flower mantis. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool watching them, and they would just drop down and take off, and then you could see him sitting on the back of his chair, and they were just these little tiny little things. It was so cool. I was like, if I'd have known back then, though, that they were a big thing, I'd have been gathering them all up and separating them all. And
that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what that's what I want to get back to is just having fun. That's it.
Have fun at it.
Yeah. So I got these 40 breeders. I got some 10s. I got some 20s and 30s and stuff like that. And I found a new way. I was going to order these shelving units and make it all look professional like everyone else's zoo. But I'm going to go a little different route. I am getting cinder block and I'm getting 2x4s. And I'm going to have different levels of shelves with the cinder blocks and shelves. And I'm going to decorate that up.
That is so cool that way. You can hang vines on it.
Yeah.
And it would look really cool.
So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a cheap way to do it. It's going to be able to be moved.
You could even paint the cinder blocks of brown to look like trees.
And that's what I'm telling.
Coming up,
yeah. So I'm really looking. I don't know if there's going to be any, but at the Green Bay show, I want to try to find a boa, a Colombian. I don't want a Nicaraguan or
or Suriname or nothing that gets huge, right?
Yeah, I want something, just a regular Colombian. I don't care if it's male. I don't need it to be a morph.
The island ones get small though too.
Yep. And I was thinking about getting a dwarf retic. I honestly was. I was thinking about getting a dwarf retic. But I'm not paying that price. You can keep medium-sized mantis in a 32-ounce deli cup. That's how convenient they are in terms of see, that's what I'm saying. So I got these Exoterras. I don't know. They might not be Exoterras. They might be a different brand, but they're like with the opening front, small. I got those. And then I got some old ones that have opening tops. And I was thinking about just putting mantis in there. But the one I have has a very big opening for these ones. So I was like, nope, they can squeeze through the hole. So I gotta get a different lid.
See what Texas kid there said?
You just don't work too hard. Got to get yourself an intern. But I know, dude. I'm telling you, I need a. I get tons of ideas, and I'm bad at it. I get ideas, and I get going, and I don't finish things because I get another idea, and I get going, and get going, and get going, and get going.
You and I suffer from the same problem.
So the only thing that I complete, and I will say this, is breeding reptiles, like breeding the actual reptiles. I do very well at that. But it's new to me. Every egg's new. Every egg's different. And I don't have, and I mean, I'm not being a jerk here, but I don't need to have people rooting me on or people being part of it for me to breed geckos. I don't have to have that. If I wanted to, I could just breed geckos and wholesale them all out to everyone else, and I could care less. No one even know who I am. But like with ReptiPost, I have to have people participate. I have to. So if I'm not participating because I'm busy, how can I expect anyone else to participate? So, I mean, literally, ReptiPost, I bought a program for a backbone. Then I recoded a lot of it for us, for reptile people. And it has a marketplace. It has groups. It has pages. It has business pages. It has live chat. It has everything Facebook does and more. And if everyone's complaining about Facebook shutting down their thing, I make Repti posts and no one does nothing with it. I'm mind boggled by it.
I go on there, but half the time I'm on there, there's nobody on there. So,
But that's what I'm saying is I'm going to have to go on there and just post every day. Since I'm the one that did it, I created it. I probably have like 400 hours of coding in Repti post. And that's not even joking. There's over 2 years of coding.
oh, I believe you.
Post.
Yes, Wally. Goals, very good. Goals are very important. But like I said, I don't have goals. I have. What did I call it? I got to think of what I got it written down over here. I got to find it. But
I'm great. I tell people I'm great at stuff I do. I run Verizon's now. I run 4 stores. My 4 stores are all in the top of the company, and I'm off. I'm off today and tomorrow and the next day, and I'm not even worried about it. It'll be fine. My issue is how can I put it? When I breed geckos, it doesn't matter. And Andrew understand. It doesn't matter if Andrew likes the gecko I hatch or not. I like it. So
That's
it doesn't
all that matters.
matter. It doesn't matter. But something like Repti Post, I put my heart and soul into it. I have to have other people like it, or it was a waste of time. I could go there and post every day, but it won't matter.
yeah,
I could go there and just talk to myself every day. And the key is anyone can go there and post anything they want, and it's me. I'm the one in charge. They're not going to get banned. They're not going to get their post deleted or banned for what do they call it now? What's Facebook jail?
Facebook
They're
jail.
not going to have it.
No. That's like I said. Don't set goals because goals have ends. Set an objective with no limitations.
Yeah, see, and that's my
and your
problem.
energy could be focused in one direction.
And that's my problem is how can I expect other people when I don't even get time to go there?
Yeah.
And I was offered a very large position at a zoo 5 days ago. I turned it down. Because my next move will not be working for anybody else. I'll figure out a way to pay my bills. That's all I want to do with what I do. And I'm buying people USARG memberships. My goal is when I start this program within the next 2 weeks, I just got to get everything organized in the next 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we're going to start the program. I want to have at least 250 new memberships from Fauna Radio, period. 250 new memberships.
Mm-hmm.
In 1 year's time, that's not a hard goal.
No.
It's all that, and that's what I'm talking about, dude.
What we got to have is big
USARG.
events, so like round tables and get people to donate so that they can memberships that way.
And I want you guys I want to be transparent. When you guys donate to this fund, it's going to sit there, and we're not going to send the money to USARG.
Mm-mm.
We're going to buy memberships. So they're going to get the money eventually, but they're going to get a membership with it too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about, USARG, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Permanent membership. I would love to work. There's a reason. I love the zoos. I have a great relationship with the zoos. I love them to death. I believe they're very important. But the life decision, I wouldn't breed leopard geckos anymore if I worked at a zoo. I wouldn't do it.
But what do you have more of a passion for then?
I want my own zoo. I don't want to breed leopard geckos anymore. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong, but I want my own zoo so people could come in. Rob Carmichael and Terry Phillips, and that's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing against breeding geckos. I love it, guys. I love breeding animals. I love it. It's amazing. I've been there, done that. So me breeding animals in a building all day, does it actually educate people? Because if a reptile hobbyist or business has a zoo that people could come in, I could advertise US Ark at my zoo. I could have that plastered everywhere. I could have businesses, and then when they come up to me going, "Oh, I love that leopard gecko," I could have a place for them to go. Or I really like that ball python. I could have a place for them to go, or a frog, or teach them the right way. I hate shock and awe too. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
The head of the El Paso Zoo, and he sold me his collection. He got out of geckos. He was spending too much time at work with it, and that's what it would come down to. 100%. That's why it would be, because I would be spending time with the animals, and that's what I want to do. And I'm trying to build my own. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Soon. I mean, putting animals together and breed them is amazing. I love it every day. I love going to see the baby hatchlings. If I could, I'd keep them all. If I could. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. But that's why I do. I'll be like, I code ReptiPost. Not many people know, but I've been starting to do it again. I own reptilepage.com. And I write little articles about it. And the reason that was failing is because I wasn't writing stuff for it anymore. I wasn't posting videos on it anymore. It was my fault. What else? I had oh gosh dang it. Repti Ads. Was it Repti Ads? I still have the domain. I coded a classifieds. I coded a classifieds. It was free. 100% free, because everyone was complaining that Morph Market was going to charge. I mean, how many people were complaining about that? I coded one for free. No one used it. Not one soul used it. I was like, oh, okay. So then people said, oh, it's got to be easier than that, Gary. So I put it in ReptiPost. I literally put there's a marketplace at ReptiPost. Let's see. I've been wanting to go to school to educate people, but I completely suck in front of. I can help you with that. I don't suck.
Becky and I used to do it. We used to go to the schools and to all over the place.
That my favorite thing to do was. He doesn't do it anymore, but I used to do educational shows for free. I didn't even charge it. People don't know this, but I did educational shows for free. And then a friend of mine from California came here, and he was going to do them. And I stopped doing it and referred all my people to him. He no longer does it. He retired from that.
I know exactly. I know who you're talking about.
Amazing guy. Oh, he's just such an amazing guy. His whole family's amazing. He does sports cards now. He's really cool.
He gave his collection away for the shows to somebody to do shows to take over, and the guy never did it.
Oh, you're talking about out in Cali?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
That was upsetting. I know people that are still mad about that because they said if he would have did that to them, they would have went around and educated people.
Yeah. But the guy, I could see. Oh, I see you posting videos while the stream is happening. Oh, he doesn't want me to be first. I think folks just has to use the ease of an app. Yeah. But Heidi, I'll tell you this: ReptiPost, when you go to it, it forms it to an app, and you can save it to your homepage. You can save the link to your homepage just like an app. I coded it that way. But I can look into making an app. I can look into that. But it makes it an app. It will actually change the way it looks and look just like Facebook app. So.
Oh yeah, it's cool. I don't know if you've ever.
So
Texas Kid, have you been on there? That is so cool.
So I mean, I can actually show. ReptiPost. It won't show it. I haven't been on there. This is how bad it is, guys. I'm terrible because
I haven't been on there in a while either.
So this is my main page, Gary Orner. You can make as many pages as you want. People you may know. Tell people that you may know. Pages you may like. So this here will do any page. So Jen Black, I guess she's drinking coffee, but But this here will do. It's not a paid thing. It's to say this page is something that you kind of like. You might be a gecko person. It's going to start showing you gecko business pages. Suggested groups. It's going to tell you groups that you might be interested in. Right now, there's only a few, so it's going to show us all of them.
Yeah, that Todd Autry guy, he's a good guy, rattlesnake guy. I don't remember if I told you that or not.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. I love. He was actually posting on here for a while, and
he wants to come on our show. You know that, right?
We need to get him on. Yeah, there he is, right there. Mm-hmm. See, and then there is one problem I do have. This was a typo on me. I got to go back in. It has a comma instead of a period. I just got to go back into the code and find that and fix it. Yeah. It's really quick. Once I do it, that's the only thing I have. But I figured, like, no one's posting on it. Why am I going to? But I need to go do it. It's not the reason. So, I mean, it's just like Facebook, and it will actually change into so if you go to on a phone, it will do it. Now, here's another thing. I have not.
There's a new post. See that?
Who's posting? Let's see. Oh, see, Heidi's posting. See, Heidi, you're awesome. So, I got messages and everything here, but I don't believe we can go live yet. You can post videos from YouTube and stuff. My server can't handle lives because I have to buy another server. So if we get this going, I'll buy another server and make it a live, because there's a program I got to put on there to make it where you guys can live, like, chat like this. You can post a live. Mm-hmm. But I have to have another server for that bandwidth. You can say, here's something that you can't do. I don't believe you can do. And you only can do it in the marketplace of Facebook. You can save posts. So if you save a post, you're like, Gary's got a lot of drama going on in that post. I'm going to save it and read it later. You can do that. Popular posts. So it's going to tell you all the popular posts and all the people that you see. I have a memories button because the reason I put a memories button on here, I hated it when I would see my memories on Facebook and I couldn't find how to get back to it if I didn't hit it right then and there. I couldn't figure it out. So I put a memories button here. I put pokes there. Don't ask me why. It's the first thing I coded. Don't ask me why. My groups, my pages, you can blog. Okay, here's this blogging. So you can set up your own blog. The marketplace is perfect. So you can go categories. I'll add any category you want. You can sort by low price. You can do distance. So if the person puts it in and you don't want to ship it, you can actually go by distance from your place. Let's see what else I got. Explore, I believe you can just search for users, search for pages. So if you're just going to search for pages, you're like, I want leopard gecko pages. You just put keyword leopard gecko pages, boom, done. You can do groups that way, or you can do users. Your offers, you can find friends on here, so to actually tell you where they're located. So you can find friends if they put their address in. They don't have to, though.
I just know that it's a nice site if we can get people to use it.
I mean, this is insane, and I'm not charging nothing for it. It just was something that I really put time into. And look at this. See, people liking it already. So I'll like this. See, I can do, and I'll add stuff to this, guys. I can advertise, and I am going to get the advertisement up here for US Arc and stuff like that. I will get that up. See, Text Kit, everyone, you guys all rock. You guys all do rock. But ReptiPost is huge. ReptiPost is a really big. It took me a while. I actually coded a lot. And I had it up on another backbone. I call them backbones. I buy backbones because one person to code a site like this is impossible. It's impossible. It takes a team. So I buy a backbone and I add to it. I add functions to it. That's what I do. And I didn't like it. I didn't like all the ones I was doing. And then I found this site, and they're really helpful. I got the coding where I can edit anything I want on it. I got the rights to the coding. I don't believe I can resell what they sold me, though, but I can edit anything I want. So I don't believe it says their copyright down here anymore because I bought it.
I remember the last one you did, Nick. the server went down or something, right?
Yeah.
Is that what
I bought the Backbone. It just didn't do well. It lagged and things didn't do. And then it just went down. And I contacted the people, and they were just like, "Well, it's gone." That's what they told me. I'm like, so this is hosted on my server. You go through that company now. We got to get your site up, but all my sites are on the same thing, so it's never been down. What else do I got? And I can show you guys Reptile Page. Reptile Page is most of you guys, if you guys are friends with me, know what Reptile Page is. And you guys can join Reptile Page and actually like write for it if you want. This is Reptile Page. Just a news place. So like, let's see, where's top 5. This was back when 6 months ago. I did a top 5 YouTube channels. Let's see. I did a top 5 things every leopard gecko person needs to know. Owner needs.
Could you copy and paste news stuff from like news work from?
Yep.
If it's about reptiles and stuff, and paste it over there so people can read the
Yeah,
articles.
so I can create anything I want. So now you guys see in the back end a little bit. These are just open advertising. I never charge anybody usually, but it helps. Any advertisement that goes on either one of these sites will actually go into the US Arc drive. I don't care. That's what's going to happen. But here I can make lists, quizzes, a story or poll or video, and I can copy and paste anything in here. Anything I want. You can do anything you want. If you go to video, again, leave this. I can go to video. You can actually upload a video, or you can do a URL link. So you can do Facebook, Daily Motion, Vimeo, YouTube. I bought this program though. I forget what this program's called. I did very little to this program. Very little.
Do you know what I miss? The old time forums. Seriously, like I would love to do like Blog Talk Radio, or no, not Blog Talk Radio, but what was it? The BLBC or whatever the hell it was.
Let's see.
Bush League Breeders Club.
The Bush League. I would love that. Let's see if
it's not even there no more. So
no, I'm saying is the site that I might have a forum up. Nope, I don't. I wouldn't mind doing a forum. I don't know. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that.
If you do a forum, I'd love to be a moderator on there. It'd be great.
And every time I say, please, you guys all rock. But, dude, if we do a forum, my problem goes back if people would use it. I mean, if people use it, I don't care.
I think you can get people to use it because they're getting sick and tired of Facebook. I'm seriously telling you.
Repti post free 99. I love it. I know that folks are just lazy, so if they literally don't put it next to Facebook, Instagram, and the TikTok, you're 100% right. I have stories on there too. I believe it's like a TikTok thing. I bought that side hustle thing type thing, and it works. So it's like cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for that stuff.
Did you guys see the new thing with Instagram? Paid subscriptions.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
I'm in the photography world in some of my stuff, and a couple of my photography friends said that Instagram's going away for photographers. Instagram was built for photographers.
Yeah, now it's all like little snippets, like reels.
So back in the day, it was a photography type thing for people to share their photography, and people would actually shoot to make it square, like you needed to for the grid. The grid was a big thing. You wanted your grid to match and go in a flow. And now it's all about monetization and money, which I get, but Facebook owns Instagram. That's why.
So, but how does the paid subscription work? Because a bunch of people that I used to follow now say, "Oh, if you want to see our material, it's a paid subscription." Well, pay to watch my stuff. I'll pay to watch yours.
I'll never charge someone to pay. Nothing against people that do, but I would never charge to see my stuff. And that's what I thought. I get people that want to donate. I do a lot, and I always say donate to US Arc. That's what I tell them. So donate to US Arc. And this way now, if people want to donate, and I'll have a link up in the 2 weeks. I want to make sure it's proper. we will build a pool or a bucket full of funds, and we will buy memberships for people that don't have memberships.
Well, if we got people to do that, and then we did a live stream and pulled
Mhm.
people's names from hats and did,
Yep.
yeah, that'll work. That'll be
That's what I'm thinking, and then I want to do. I don't know if we can do 24 hours. I mean, I'm old.
Not yes, you're old.
So I'm thinking like a 12-hour, 8-hour, like a drive. And I'm not saying like a money drive, like a membership drive, and get people excited and posting that they just joined and send me pictures and send you pictures. We post it up online and say, look at this person joined.
Luna,
Man.
you're not supposed to tell nobody. That's
What?
between you and I. You know, you're the only person I got that's a subscriber to that.
Mainly just for sharing pictures, although I will admit sharing reels has definitely brought a new audience to my page. I do reels too. Oh, geez. Oh, what? Luna. But yeah, I do reels now too. I do TikTok. I call it TikTokers. Okay, I do TikTok. I don't do them like heavy like some people. I throw up like something like every week, but I don't know. But I noticed that more people view my Instagram stuff than TikTok.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I put a reel up the other day, and it got like 10,000 views. Watches, you know, and it's insane compared to. And now the reels are bringing subscribers into your, you know, followers into your onto your page.
Yeah, my one about roaches got 5,500.
As long as you ain't using a power sander, right?
Oh, geez.
That'll be the laugh, but oh, that's funny.
Now my most viewed reel is 100% me showing roaches. This is my most viewed reel. Oh,
Anna, we just got back
this is
from
my
a show,
most viewed one.
and we put a little bit in there. Let's see what they're doing.
Is this TikTok?
Oh, you're eating.
No, this
Isn't
is
that
Instagram.
cute? This is a grope colony. Well, should I say grope roaches? These are going to be about 5,000, 6,000 females. There's 11,000 or so in here. So hopefully we get about a 50% ratio, maybe 60% ratio for lucky. But we put oranges in there. And they love the oranges. Love the oranges.
So them are grow up. I hold back 10% every pool. Every pool I hold back 10%. So I hold them back, I re-raise them up, and go from there.
Yeah. Well, let me see how my largest one is. I'm not sure.
This is always cool to see. That's outside the back of my zoo. About back my place.
Yeah, that was a good picture. I like that picture.
That was just taken. People don't know this either. I broke my Google Pixel 6 Pro. Yeah, I broke it. So now that was taken with there's a Google Pixel 6. Because the Pixel 6 Pro's screen is on back order. There is one of my Mantis. This one's cool. I like this Ghost Mantis because it's like a brown color.
That is cool. I like the way they look.
Oh, no, where's my other one? I don't know. This one's my little one. This is that netting, and this is a roll of glue to hold that netting down, okay? That there is so tiny. That's like a pinhead-sized cricket, but it's a roach, a goblin. It's like a pinhead-sized one. And I said body slam, because it looks like he's body slamming him. Let's see. Me driving Lambos. Everyone need a Lambo? Let's see. Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I got reels that get like 9,000, 10,000 views on there. It's pretty. And then the ones on Instagram, I only have one on Instagram, was a monolith one when they were talking about the monolith.
Yeah.
Me and Andrew did a little skit.
Oh, that's
like 12,000 views. That's like,
feed less and lower temps for long. I like it. I hate when things die. I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, really. That's something. I got Discoids now. See, I got discoid adults.
Oh, they're cool.
Yeah, they're actually pretty.
Is that for your Florida people?
Yeah, I was gonna say Florida people. I know they're more expensive than Dubias and stuff, but I'm
Do they
gonna offer them to everybody.
Do they reproduce as fast as
Identical.
Wow,
They're almost
You would wonder-
identical.
Then what's the what's the deal with? Do you have any idea why Florida says you can have discoids but you can't have dubious?
I honestly don't know because I keep them identical, like identical in every way. Your guess is as good as mine. I know that these are all winged too. Like the females and males have wings. Why the males only have wings and females don't have wings? Well, they do, but they're really dinky and dubia.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Can they fly any distance at all? Because
They
I know
they flutter.
some can flutter like a foot. Some roaches, you know,
They don't
get
even
some that
try.
can really fly.
These discoids hate me. Like they don't like female dubia are really slow compared to males. These all are fast unless they're all one sex. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to tell either. So
I'm not even worried about it. I'm just gonna let them produce. I mean, I'm gonna have them for 6-7 months before I even offer any for sale. But yeah.
now at the show, are you going to take any hissers with you, or?
Yep. I take hissers, and the adults usually sell first, but I don't sell too many adults because I don't know how old they are. They're just in one big colony. So I tell people, I'm like, they'll live 3 years ish, 2 to 3 years, maybe up to 5 years on some. I mean, it's been known, but it's not common. But these, I don't know how old they are. That's why I tell them, like, they could be a year old already. But I mean, I'm selling them for like a pair for $6. So.
Frank the Tank says, banana roaches. Anybody? They can fly though, right?
No, I hate banana. No.
Can they fly?
Yes, banana. No, they won't live. But every time I open that damn cage, they fly out, like all the time. Like, oh, I hate, and it's like they just sit there, wait, like, oh, he's gonna pick us up. Okay, he moved us. Okay, guys, get ready. Oh wait, boom, like 5 of them fly out. I hate banana roaches. I hate them. If you want my banana roaches, Frank, you can have them.
Oh, you still have some?
Yeah. Well, I thought I fed off all of them, but I must have left like 10 or 15 because I got them again.
So how many roach species do you have then?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's a good.
Yeah, 9, and I can sell from 4 of them. I can
You got
sell
those really
goblins.
big ones too, right?
Yeah, the white horns. The white horns are big boys. Yeah. The white horns and hissers I don't feed as sell as feeders because they're expensive. One, and we got peppers too. Yeah, we got peppers. Peppered. Them can be fed off. They're not as hard, but the white horns and the hissers are just too hard shelled. I mean, the monitors might eat them, but the peppers breed so slow and grow so slow. Peppers are just slow. Everything's slow about peppered roaches. How many roaches total I got? Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can tell you my favorite ones to deal with are my Madagascar hissers, because I got a few adults in there that will actually come up and eat out of my hand, like they just eat out of my hand, and they're
Oh,
huge.
he's talking about the evil bananas.
Oh, I've been a couple hundred. I hate them. I can't let them die now. I'll feed them off, or I'll tell you what used to eat them the best was my my satanic leaf tails used to like them. So satanics used to like them a lot. I don't know why they liked them.
So you got to write a guide for Interstellar here.
Was that? Well, I need Doobie Roach Colony guide for idiots. Oh, dude, I will tell you. Okay, get yourself a. Just a second here. This is a Sterlite tub. This is a 18-gallon Sterlite tub. Okay, so now You can see the light. Oh, you guys, we probably see that light or whatever. In it right now is roach chow I'm making. So, but you get one of these tubs, any of these tubs. Do not put bedding in it. Do not put nothing in it. Buy yourself a starting colony. Whatever you want to buy, females and males to adults, just buy those. Only get in there to feed them and give them heat. Don't touch them other than that. Do not play with them. Do not mess with them. Do not do nothing. Just let them sit. Do not take the frass out. The babies eat the frass. Do not take the frass out. And
How many
yeah,
pac frogs you got, Frank?
oh, yeah. Don't feed out it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Now. What I did. Not everyone can do this. I understand that. Is I found a person and I bought thousands of adult females. And I bought males to group with those. Basically, I got the males for free, just to let you know. And then I separated them out, and I pull from them every month. I pull all the babies out every month. So I take everything out, and I pull, and I take 10%, I put them in another colony, and I sell off for the rest now. Now I can do that because I'm pulling my 10% and I'm raising them up, get them big, and then they'll replace these because you're only gonna get 9 cycles out of a female roach. So 9 times on average they give you 25 every 2 months. The banana roaches some reason some of the geckos love them. But that's the ticket, is just forget about them. If you want that colony that has a mixture of everything. Now, the way I do it, eventually my colony is going to die off. I'm going to start losing females and they're just going to die. And I'll replace that colony with what I have. And holding back 10%, I'll always be growing.
But you want to add to that too, right? To keep them so they don't get small on you, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm always buying. I'm gonna buy females from somewhere, or males. I'll just buy males, whatever, because I was told that inbreeding the roaches with the same family over and over and over again will make them small. I think that, now this is my opinion, if you're a small time breeder and you got 1 or 2 colonies, you're gonna see that. But if you're a large breeder like me, we have so many different ones and we're mixing them up together, we're not going to see it as often.
Yeah, I agree with that. Makes sense.
So the small time person with that colony, they're just inbreeding so much. Eventually it's going to be heat tape. I heat my room, but I am building a roach rack. So I am going to heat with thermostat and heat pad, just like a reptile rack. Do not use light. I don't care what anyone says. Do not use light. They hate light. They will not breed. Do not use clear tubs. Do not use tanks. If you want the best production, dark tubs, and leave them alone.
Josh said, to be honest, he doesn't even heat his anymore, and they do fine.
As long as they're over 70, 75 degrees, they're fine. But they'll breed faster. But now, here's the ticket. You breed faster, your females are going to die quicker you're only going to get like 9 broods out of them. That's it. So
yeah, I suppose if they have 9 broods really quick, they're going to die off pretty fast.
They're going to die off. Now, I'm going to kill mine off faster because, in theory, roaches take care of their babies for the first 2 to 3 weeks. Okay? And
that's pretty interesting to know.
In theory, that's why it takes them 2 months to produce. It's every 2 months. If you take the babies away from them, they'll breed faster.
But you don't want to do that because of the frass, right?
I do it. I take the frass. I do frass starters. I take the frass right out of that and put it in. Yep.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yep. I do frass starters. So I pull every month. Like around the 10th of the month, I pull around the 10th. And I need some more roaches, so I'm actually going to pull tomorrow for the second time this month.
For the show, though, right?
Yep, for the show. It'd only be 1/4 inches. I'm only going to get 1/4 inch out of there. but I need them because my number one seller is a 250 count for $20. 250 small quarter-inch roaches, $20. I've been yelled at by 3 people.
Why?
I am not any different than any online breeder. I have no clue. I went to DubiaRoach.com. I went to AAFeeders.com, and they're all selling about the same price.
What were they giving you a hard time about?
My price was too low,
Because you were at the show, they thought it should be higher.
I guess. But the funny thing is none of the roach breeders were complaining. None of the roach breeders complained to me. I was like, well, buy them if you want them. I was like,
Say yeah, buy them and go put them on your table or whatever.
why are you selling them? Why are you selling them so cheap? Do you know how much this takes to make these? I'm like, I produced all these. What are you talking about? And I didn't even have that much. I think I only had like 20,000 roaches at the show.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. So, I mean, everyone's going to hate. But yeah, just set them. I'll see you on Sunday. I'll need some dubious. You got it.
Haters in every group.
I'll have them. Heidi's going to see me Sunday. We're going to rock. I'm going to have my chow. I have this sample size, and the only reason I have this size is because the pack of bags I bought had this. So I have these, and I think what these are going to go to is the people that buy like the 250 count and need food for them. That's what this is going to be for. Because I could tell them, put them in a little critter keeper, put this in as a bedding, and they're done. They'll never have to feed. I always tell them to gut load their stuff, but they wouldn't have to. But this is, I already got like 20 of these bags sold at the show.
How many?
20.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, so I have 20 sold, so it's $100 worth already sold at the show, so I'm excited.
But you're going to take more than that with you, right?
Oh yeah, I'm actually making about, I'm trying to make 150 pounds tomorrow. And I got the bags. See, I got my bags all ready to go. See? And here's the 2-pounders. I don't know where. Oh, and here's the samplers. And if that goes good, all that money's going to go back into roaches. All the money's been rotated right back into roaches so far. Near each other again so we can have my back and we can, of course, shout out, hell yeah. Someone touches a damn gecko, I'm going to knock him out. She knows what I'm talking about.
Would you have trouble with people stealing last time or something?
Yeah. People are
that
stupid.
Sucks. I don't see why people can't just... I don't get it. They just see stuff they can't help themselves. They have to take it. It's stupid.
Most of the time, if someone wants something off me, I'll make a deal. Or I give away stuff. I mean, I would rather you come talk to me than... I mean, I've given away stuff where someone says, I'll pay you next show, and then they never do. And I'll see them, and I won't say nothing or whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But I do get upset when I see my geckos on Craigslist, and you can tell, and I'm like, oh, yeah, and it's like half dead. I get upset with that.
You can identify your stuff, for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, that's bull. But I hate that. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the show. The Roach Chow. This is, I'm really proud of this. Like this here, I'm more proud of this than I am the Doobie Roaches.
When you showed that to me, I was excited for you.
I was like, I mean, I could have just took a recipe offline and said, this is what I'm going to sell. And nothing, no one could have done nothing to me. I could have done it. But I did the bee pollen, and I took some wheat bars that didn't work. But then I found another wheat brand. Not a brand, but like a brand of wheat that works really well.
See, that's what I did with my isopod chow too. I could have took it off the internet, but I made up what I find makes them reproduce more, and it brings out their color and stuff. So I made my own.
I'm telling you, dude, just bag it up. I mean, this size might be like perfect for you.
Yeah,
this one and this one, and then maybe this one would be like a 1-pounder for you. These 2 bags, I don't think I'm ever going to order the big bags again, the 2-pound. I'm going to do a 5-pound bag, I think.
See, once I get my website up and going, that's when I'll bag that stuff up.
We need to get. I need to get on that. I'm gonna get on that ASAP. Maybe on Monday too, because I'll be at work, but I'll be in my office. Banded geckos. There's so many. I sit and look at. You guys don't even understand when I'm at work and I can't talk all the time. I'm sitting there looking at geckos.
Yeah.
I just sit there and
See,
look at geckos.
That's why I try to send you pictures of geckos all the time.
It's my favorite thing in the world. I love all geckos. Honey Cheerios work well for dubia chow. 100%. I seen that the honey did it. I was worried, and I should test it, that my bee pollen and the honey Cheerios would be too much sweet. That was my worry.
Because that's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, so
And
I was worried
the honey
about that.
Cheerios probably has way more sugar in it than bee pollen. Bee pollen itself is sweet, but bee pollen is a superfood, even for you or me or anybody. It's considered a superfood. If you put some in your tea or something and drink it, it makes you healthy as could be.
See, but that was my worry, is that, and that's why they eat it. You know that, right? The sweetness makes them want to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my worry. I was gonna do Cheerio and Honey Nut Cheerio. I had a place to order it, and I was worried. I was worried about me selling it in a bag with Honey Nut Cheerios in it, But since I changed it more than, I forget the percentage. If you change it by so much percent, you can rebrand it as something else.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I didn't know that, but it has to be changed by so much percent. So I was like, oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay, cool. That's awesome information. See, that's what I'm talking about. Working together, I might try it because Cheerios works great too. And someone told me Frosted Flakes, but that worried me too. I was like, that's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, I would think Frosted Flakes would be way more sugary than even
I used
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Unfrosted Wheaties for a little bit.
Well, that's probably okay though.
Yep, I found someone that did unfrosted Wheaties. I found them, but they left them behind. They wouldn't eat it.
Now it makes you wonder about the preservatives they put in that stuff, though.
Yep, that I found it. It was like, what is this? I'm like, oh, it's the Wheaties, and I took that back out. Yeah, I agree. Frosted Flakes. So there's a lot of different stuff I go with, and this might change still. This might change, but I'm gonna keep selling this because I know this one works. This here, so I'll be changing stuff. Cheerios, Corn Flakes, and non-coated Wheaties. Non-coated. That's what I meant. Non-coated. Let's see. I do switch it up occasionally, but typically. Wait, where is that? Typically consists of bee pollen, bran flakes, cornmeal, oatmeal, and flaxseed. I never thought of flaxseed.
Flaxseed's another superfood.
And just a few pieces of dry dog food blended in a Ninja.
Now with the dog food, do you worry about the dyes they put in dog food? Because I know that's the thing with rats, with feeding rats dog food. The dye gets into the rat system, which isn't good for reptiles. So I don't know if that's the same thing with the roaches or not.
I don't know. I don't know. I know about the rats though. And the reason I do roach chow is, this is another thing, another little secret to make they need fed daily. For a large colony, not the small colonies, no, but the large colony need fed daily, because when I feed them, let's say one of my large colonies with 400 females and 100 males in it, and then there are babies in there. If I feed oranges to them, not all of them are going to eat oranges.
Heidi, okay. I see. See, now with the dog food with the rats, people buy the real cheap dog food, and I'm sure that's the difference.
Yeah. Brewer's yeast is supposedly pretty good as well, but never tried that since I use products I can look. I'm going to try that flaxseed.
Brewer's yeast is very good for stuff. I know they put it in fish foods, all kinds of stuff. Very, very good.
I'm going to try the flaxseed for sure. But I test it out. I'll put it in some, and I'll do a test colony. I literally will pull like 100 females and 20 males and see how it produces.
Mm.
I don't use any dog food. I don't use anything because I try to bring my protein down as far as possible. Um, I've been trying to. I did experiment with dried fruit in my chow, but it will mold because dried fruit isn't totally dried like dried oranges are kind of squishy and stuff.
Yeah, I know that.
So I had some dried fruits in there and dried apple, and once the bag was open, it would mold. So I was
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
don't want that.
I didn't want that because mold will kill a colony so quickly. Mold is like your enemy.
That's what anything with mold in it.
Yep. And I'm going towards the feeder side of things. Since Andrew's got mealworms down, I did just purchase a very, very, very large colony of peanut beetles, like super large. Uh, I thought about doing soldier flies larva, but I don't. There's no way. And once I seen how to breed that, I was like, okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
Oh, they're pretty nasty to breed, those guys.
Yeah, I was over that really quickly. But I thought about doing hornworms.
Oh, they would be cool.
I thought about doing hornworms. I honestly thought about doing them. So I'm thinking about hornworms.
But there isn't much nutrition in a hornworm, though, right?
But there isn't, but they're good for treats for like different stuff. We'll eat some. It shouldn't be a main diet. And people tear them up at reptile shows. Oh no, I'm not doing lobster roaches. Nope. No. Lobster roaches, no.
He'll go in one day, his whole place will be infested, right?
Well, the lobster roaches, the problem with it is they'll get in other colonies and take over, almost like the dwarf whites.
Yes. What about German cockroaches?
Nope, no Germans, no Americans. I'm pain in the ass because they grow so fast. Dude, okay, I didn't know that. See, what got me into breeding roaches though was the mealworm shortage. Mealworm shortage did it, which I need to order mealworms in the next 3 days and make sure I get it. But the guy next to me at Sewerfest had hornworms and he sold out by the end. I know that's what I was talking about. The dude had stacks of hornworms and he was gone, sold out. German cockroaches, no. Oh, I mean, nope. And here's something else that's really, really sad to say. Okay, my son, when he was here, he had pet wide-horn roaches, and he swelled up. It looked like he called Mike Tyson a sissy, and he was swelled up bad.
Wow, he
was allergic to the frass, and the thing is we went and got him tested for allergies because he didn't want to get rid of these roaches, and the roach test in our hospitals is only for the German and American roach. And it didn't say he was allergic. But as soon as he went back, we got him on steroids and blah, 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 and got him back normal. He touched them roach again, blew back up. I was like, yep. So if you ever get allergy tested and you deal with roaches and you deal with mealworms, make sure you tell them it's not the American and German roach. That's a thing.
That would suck. Now, because he was the wide horns, is that what you said it was? He was allergic to?
Yeah.
Would he be allergic to the dubias then too, or no?
I don't know, but he was over at our place, I don't know, a month ago, and he was touching a few things and he started getting itchy. So I think he is. I think we need to sell your isopod chow. Yeah, I think we're gonna sell it.
I think if I made a bunch, I could send you some, and then you could sell it at your table or whatever.
I'd sell it for you. I wouldn't even take any cut. I'd just sell it for you. I will say this though, the reptile show was fun. I'm gonna have fun with this one so much easier. I literally now it kind of sucks. I got to go to my shop 20 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that tomorrow. I'm bringing everything back with me, and then they'll go tomorrow. We'll go Sunday morning. It's like literally 7 minutes away from my house.
Oh, that ain't bad then. It's right by your house. So
yep. And so, it's just gonna be fun. The tables are smaller. They're weird. They're thinner. and I can't put my lights up, but I think I figured out what to do about that too. So I'm happy. I'm a happy guy. I'm a happy
Yeah.
guy.
I'm a
So
happy guy.
yeah, things are rocking. I need to buy more geckos. This was made for me. If you guys don't, that looks like my my logo guy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
So I'm gonna buy another gecko because I don't want this to go to the shop. I have little knickknacks and stuff like this all over that mean something to me, and I don't want this guy, so I'm gonna buy another one so it can go to the shop. Like I have a Best in Show trophy for one of the Janesville shows. I was Best in Show.
I remember when you won that. You were so excited.
So that's there. My daughter makes me things like you can't say it's a cobra. Is my green screen?
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
My green screen's making it go away. She made me a little guy. So I got stuff like
cool.
everywhere. Like here's a snake she made me.
That's cool too. I like that. That's very nice.
So I got little like stuff everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. But the cobra's green. That's why. Well, she did it after because this is green. That's what she was trying to make. It was that cobra.
That's pretty cool though. Did a good job. Even though we can't see it real well because it's blends into your green screen.
Happy, joy. Yeah. So I mean, Repti post. It's my fault. I need to get on there more. Even if I get on there and do daily posts or something like that. I'm not promising anything. I'm going to try to record some stuff at the next show. I mean, I'll record it. I'll probably record it. I just got to edit it. I don't know. And the next round table, I'm going to send out the okay and see what day it is and what day works for them. I know that most of them say it as soon as possible. It's good.
Do you have any idea of who will all be on it?
I think a lot of them are in that chat we got going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we can fill up one there. I need to get a ball python. I got a few people I want to get on a ball python one. I want a ball python one.
I got a few people too that would be happy to go on there. I think I also got my buddy Scott will come on about the colubrids, but like I said, right now his whole focus was for this Daytona show, so he's been so busy with that at the moment. But once this is all over, he'll be ready to come on. You know, I did an interview with him a long time ago on Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah.
Most listened to episode I ever had.
That's awesome. Colubrids are people underestimate colubrids. It's ball pythons or retics or whatever. Colubrids got some stuff. I can see. I already thinking of you, bro. I'm already thinking of you.
I like ball pythons. I used to do lots of them. I like my colubrids too, and I've done berms and retics, but they're how many can you keep of those?
I do want a berm, but I'm not paying that price. I'm not paying that price for a berm.
No. Let me ask you a question. Now there was a big breeder of retics on, and they put his picture of him with some of his retics on all over the place, and they're saying he's an animal abuser because of how large and overweight they are. What do you think of that?
Talk about Jay?
Yeah, I didn't want to say no names, but
I'll say it. This is okay. Some people are going to get mad about this. Every single one of our animals, most of us abuse our animals and overfeed them.
I believe you.
A leopard gecko that real fat tail and stuff, that's overweight.
I got a lot of that.
Do I agree with him doing it? Because his are like really bad. No, he's shortening the life of them animals.
Well, I think he's trying to do it to get back in the record books because of Twinkie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a firm believer that Jay and the Brian Barcheks, they love animals. They wouldn't be doing this if they didn't love them.
They absolutely love the animals.
But all of us get caught up in something. We get caught up with our own ego at some time. I've been trying to get people working on a cipher. Let's see. Oh, spent more money. Oh, tell me about it. But I think that the Bryans and the Jays and some of the venomous people that I won't say their names now, but they got caught up in the let's see how many clicks I can get or how many people can recognize me. Just because you're a content creator doesn't mean you can do what you want. So, I mean, Jay, his alligators are obese. People will sit there and say, "What do you know?" But I've dealt with a lot of alligators. I see them all the time. And the reason that these animals are lazy is they sit in a cage that's even Jay's cages, and just be fed. They're just fed. They're just fed. They don't have to work for nothing. They don't have to go a mile down. They don't work for nothing. They just sit there and they eat.
Yeah, I'll agree. You know, a retic should have a huge cage because they're a very active animal in the wild. They climb trees. They all kinds of stuff.
I mean, this is what I want to know is there's people that sit there and say that retics need to eat every 7 days. Who thought of that?
Good question.
Who said every 7 days? Who said once a week? I say if the animal looks thin, then okay, up their feeding. If it looks obese, down their feeding.
Mm-hmm.
Every human's different.
Mm-hmm.
There's some humans I see eat 10 pies and they're skinny as can be, and I eat one, and I'm, you know.
Yeah. I hear you on that.
So I mean, leopard geckos. Most of us do leopard geckos here. So,
well, tell her hi, Josh.
Oh, hi, what's up? How you doing? But we do leopard geckos. So there's some leopard geckos that we feed just like every other leopard gecko, but they start getting the fat pads and they start getting chunky and they start getting big and they're overweight. So you have to feed that one less. But then you got this other one you fed just like it, but it's getting thin. Not every animal's built the same. But it's our job that we put these things in boxes to make sure they're
for
getting
our enjoyment, right?
Yeah, we put them in boxes for our own enjoyment, and we need to keep an eye on them. Like just like me, take my that incident with the MDB in my first 20-30. It could have been so much worse.
Oh yeah,
I could have went through half my season and been like, "What's going on?" And I seen it, I acted, and I probably have 3 animals that someone could sit there and go, "Oh, that has MDB."
This is the reason why I look at my animals every day, and a lot of people don't, but I do. I look at every single one every single day.
You have to, and when you're cleaning them cages, when you're feeding them, you got to look at the animal. When you're misting them down, and you gotta pay attention to what's going on, and that's what Jay's goal is, to get recognized. Some other people's goal is to make sure their animals are cared for the best way. Do I care if I get 3 million clicks on my video? I could care less. I'd rather have 100 quality clicks than 3 million non. I mean, would it be cool to have that plaque on the wall? Yeah.
Oh, of course it would be. But it could happen with time without even doing that.
I got geckos that eat once a week, 10 to 15 mealworms, and they are chunky. But if I don't feed them, they start thinking everything is food, and every time I walk by, I find something. Exactly. I got a story. I have a Eclipse Het Bell. The thing is chubbers. I mean, it is chubby. He will not lose weight. He will breed and not lose weight. He will eat when he's breeding. He just does not lose weight. I've gone 2 weeks without feeding him. He doesn't lose weight. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And so animals are built different. I mean, just like if people look at my bells tend to be smaller than my trempers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my tremper lines came from larger animals. My bell lines came from animals around 50 grams, 60 grams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you have some monsters.
Oh, that one I got, he's a beast. The bell, huge, absolutely huge.
So I mean, everyone's a little different, but the Jay, Jay knows me. Jay knows.
Yeah, I've talked to him too. He's very cool.
I mean, he's got a love for the animals, but I mean, at some point, I guess he wants to be recognized.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would rather have no record and my animal live a full life than have a record and it live 10 years. But I mean, I'm not saying he's going to lose his animal in 10 years.
No.
Oh, I just lost my screen.
Now hold up your Cobra.
Yeah, hold up. What is going on?
Josh, just let your wife know that she's still in our thoughts and prayers. So.
Oh, look at everything reset. Oh, look at now you guys can see it here. I can hold up the Cobra like you said. My whole screen went black. There's the Cobra.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That looks great. Tell your daughter she does a fabulous job.
So, and if you guys want to see my screen, everything reset. That's what I look at. I took that picture.
What happened that it reset? You know.
I don't know. Everything just went black, so I don't know.
Oh, my green screen still works.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. See if it's gonna work now. Let's go virtual background. Boom. A well lit. An error occurred creating a green screen. Oh nope. Try refreshing the page or restarting the browser. Nope. So guys don't get green screen from me anymore right now. Something broke. Whatever. I don't know what my whole like system went like black.
Rebooted itself or something.
I was like, hey, I don't want to work anymore. I don't care. So now you guys kind of get to see what's behind me. That's what truly is behind me all the time. It's like right here. See? Well, for video, do you know what's funny is okay? My 2 interviews on Strength of Leos has this because I couldn't use my green screen on this program.
No.
So it has this. Yeah, everyone's like, "Why is it green back there?" I'm like, "Yeah, you got that darker one." I got this.
Ooh, what happened here?
I got a blue one, a green one, a black one. I forget all the colors, but because a green screen is just a name. You can make it any color. So if I want to wear a green shirt,
better?
I can. What's that?
Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, now we're both green. I don't know why it wouldn't let me. It still says, watch, I go here. Let's see, virtual background. Let's see if I can do Orner Exotics. Nope. It says an error occurred. Whatever.
I wonder if I could do mine again. I wonder if I could put mine back on. I bet you I can, though. I don't see why it wouldn't let me, but it should. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what's going on. But, it doesn't matter. But, yeah, so everything's breaking on me.
Luna likes the moon picture. Of course he does.
Oh, you like that moon picture? Yeah. I took that about a year ago. I took that with a 150 to 500 millimeter Sigma lens at 500 millimeters, of course. And this was before I learned about stacking. So that was just one picture, one shot. And I think it was like at f11 in my light with a shutter speed of like, I want to say maybe 1/60th of a second.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a low, but stacking up images, you can make your picture look better by taking a bunch of pictures and stacking them on each other in Photoshop. Or not Photoshop, in Lightroom.
Mm-hmm.
So it brings out more detail. But that was my very first moon picture. That was my first one I've ever did.
It's a nice picture.
Yeah, so it's my background on my computer screens on all 3 of them, to tell you the truth.
I sent you a picture of the eagle just because I know you like the Eagles.
Oh, dude, me and my Eagles, my pictures is amazing.
All right, Emily, thanks for stopping by.
Emily, congratulations. Congratulations, have fun, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting late already, jeez.
Yeah, we've been on for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so we might have to cut this off. I didn't even know what's going on. Yeah, but thanks for everyone that went to ReptiPost. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, we are outie.